this person will be very valuable to our company. And I didn't know you were going to turn into a 300-pound monster. Somehow it turns out that everybody I signed blows up. So I guess I saw it before it happened.
What does a show entail for like a motorcycle?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Fuck it, let's find out.
I'm thinking like front double, side chest.
Somebody said for a guy doing shit with his hands.
I love it, dude. I know that if I get my hands dirty, I'm working on something. I'm getting laid that night for sure. She loves it.
When are you going to compete again, you fucking lazy ass?
Lazy ass.
You gotta get
Shit. These are fighting words.
Bodybuilders are fucking meatheads. They'll drink piss if you tell them it's going to give them a good pump, right? It doesn't fucking matter if you're the biggest guy in your gym. I was the biggest guy in my gym. Literally nobody cares.
I need till 10:30 for a few cups of coffee to sink in.
Yeah, usually we have time for like quite a few cups of coffee.
I'm feeling good though. I've been getting up earlier and earlier, so this is actually not bad.
I love getting up early, dude.
Isn't it the best?
I still don't get up as early as you boys, but I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
I've been doing a lot of 5 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, consistently. Yeah.
I started getting up. I've always been an early riser, but like
You
during
guys
the
have always
week,
been like that.
Was it Tuesdays and Thursdays? I'm up really early because those are days that I've got international
Before
clients
5?
checking in. Yeah.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
That's right. That's crazy. You have international clients.
Yeah, like I've got a guy in Thailand that checks in. I got another guy in Spain. Two
That's
guys
sick.
in the UK, but the guys in the UK I just do the next day. But those other guys, I'm like when was it? There was once a couple of weeks ago where I did a check-in at 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that sucked.
That's crazy. I forget you have international clients. What's the earliest you've had to like wake it up? Is 2 a.m. probably?
Well, yeah, for a regular check-in.
Yeah.
If it was off season, I wouldn't wake up at 2 a.m. for it. But if it was like because he's in contest prep, it's 2 a.m. Yeah,
That's exciting.
yeah. But it's definitely not going to be a normal thing for me because like I also got to realize I've
Sleep.
got a life and I've got sleep. Yeah,
You need to get big too.
I will say, I told Aaron this the other day, speaking of like morning wake ups and stuff. I have been doing just like, it's one of those things I should be doing like once a month, but like I'm doing it voluntarily like once a week, if not every other week, where I go in for like the 3 a.m. stretch and flex meeting for my first shift employees.
Oh, you
and
go.
I'll go to it, and it's been making me get up at 1:30 for cardio. But dude,
Nah, I'm good.
I do cardio. I eat my breakfast. I get there by 3. I have donuts. I'll stop at Quick Trip beforehand. Like so, I'll leave here at like 2:30, 2:45. Quick Trip, right to work. Be there by 3:05. Usually, I'm a little late.
You bringing the boys donuts?
Always rolling with donuts and shit.
yeah.
Fucking sweating my ass off because you're getting that post-cardio sweat because you flew right there. But, dude, those days just fly by, and for some reason, I'm so productive.
Yes.
But I know it's not sustainable because the next morning,
Struggle.
my normal 3:30, 3:45 wake up, I'm like, oh, God. But when I get that 1:30 alarm for some reason, once every so often, I'm like up and at 'em. Cardio flies by. I don't know what it is.
Yep. Dude, I'm the same way. When I got to get up to go hunting,
It gets me hyped.
I get up and it's just
hearing this,
alarm
Luke?
goes off. I get out of bed. I just shoot out of bed. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
1:30.
It's like, but then you realize the next day it's not sustainable. You're like, oh, God.
No, hell no.
Dude, there's people at work, though, that I talk to all the time that they're like, I'm lucky if I get a 6-hour night of sleep. And I'm
Idiots.
like, what?
They say they're lucky.
Lucky. Like, if they get
Oh,
that like
common,
a couple
dude.
times
At work?
maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
because they work, and then they have kids, and then they have
yeah.
all this shit going on. And so,
You can
like,
still get to bed on time.
he even, like, one of the guys was like, yeah, but if I want to have, like, 1 hour of alone time,
Yeah.
it's got to be from like 11 to midnight. Otherwise, I have 0 hours of the day where I can just
Go to
like
bed.
do something I want to do.
Not fun.
Yeah, and so he's like, for like an hour, I'll go do something in the garage. I'm like, from 11 to midnight, and then you wake up at 4 a.m.
I'll do something in the garage. Oh my gosh, that's your only downtime for the day.
It's because kids kill people.
Just
slowly.
That's crazy. You guys get up at 1:30. 5 is like my 5 or 4, like where I'm like, all right, that's
There's something about it though. Even like if I'm waking up at 5.
What?
where
What about it?
No, there's something about it where I like getting up, looking out my windows and not seeing any cars on the road, not seeing anybody in my neighborhood. Like I like my house light, my office light that faces the road. I would like that to be the only light on the street. I take pride in it. I'm like, fuck you guys.
To that exact point,
Yeah.
the 1:30 a.m. mornings for me, the drive to work, so peaceful.
Yes.
Dude, my drive to work is 32 minutes
Yeah.
on a standard day. At the morning time, I can get there in 13 minutes because there's no traffic, and it's
You
all
kidding?
dude.
Still way too early.
It cuts 20 minutes off my drive time. So like you said, there's no cars on
Yeah.
the road. You get to think straight. Like when I drive to work at that time, there's no one on the road, so I get
Dude,
to
yeah.
work
I think-
so easy.
Yeah.
I make every green light.
Yeah.
No way. I'd rather bitch and just take the long drive and sleep at that point. You guys are troopers.
Well, to be honest, dude, like even this morning with the earlier,
I'd rather
It does
just, like,
fucking blow. Fucking you know what?
with the earlier
but give
start
me
time-
4 more hours of sleep.
Oh fuck, we're wearing the same hat today.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Oh, I was about to wear it too.
Yeah, I
literally
just
had it
realized
on
that.
and I saw he
Well,
had it on.
I had the one, and
should've
then
all worn it.
I was like, I would like a black and white. So
Before Fouad gets on, Iron Society, code D2.
yeah.
That's right. But buy all your shit at Hosstile Subs, and then decide who you love more.
And
every
then get
single
your
week.
cool hats.
Oh my god.
But anyway, should we say our sponsors before he gets on?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know if we should intro the pod when he's on, but I guess we could do it. We could just do our.
No,
sponsors.
we can just get right into it.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Let's just do that. Or we can do a separate intro, not telling sponsors.
Did you have an intro prepared?
Well, no, I was just gonna be like, "Welcome to the 100th episode of season 2, 200 episodes into."
Oh,
Got
yeah,
You
yeah.
podcast.
Holy
Good point.
shit, that's crazy. 100.
And Fouad
Season
gets to be
2.
a part of it, and we got a nice hostile giveaway, so it's gonna be
What
a
are
good
we?
time all
Oh, wait.
around.
Are you going to wait till he's on to announce
Yeah.
the giveaway?
Yeah.
Let's just drop codes right now and then do the intro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bashmouth code D2. They just tagged us in a sick
They did.
Did
Instagram
they?
post.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that yet.
What do they got going on?
Something. Looks like they got gum still.
Well, I'll check it out.
that might have been the funniest one-liner you've ever said on here.
I
they got
literally-
something going on. Whoa, something.
I was not going to even try to make up anything.
Hey, play. You need some caffeine
I'm pretty
and gum?
sure they said a year's off. No, Bashmouth code D2. I got the gum sitting over by Nick.
They do rock.
I do still use it a ton at work.
Yeah,
I
I
have
was
so
gonna
much
say.
of it because they sent us so many care packages. I have a ton of gum. So.
Sometimes
I love
I like
it.
to chew on gum when I'm working out, and it's a lovely time.
Yeah.
Is it just me? Like regular gum, like that I get from whatever store, Extra, 5, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I get bubble gut from it.
Yeah. Isn't that really from? Didn't they say that the science is like from? It's because you're breathing in through your mouth more. Or
Yeah,
something
and you're
like that,
swallowing
and you're
air.
swallowing air.
Yeah, I think
because I
that's-
heard it can like affect digestion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and you're chewing nonstop
Yeah.
for like how many minutes?
Isn't
Yeah.
that like also telling your brain you're eating?
Yeah, digestion started, yeah.
Brother, I'll be straight up with you. In my spreadsheets, I've had to put like progress or contest prep rule sheet, okay? And in there, it talks about like caloric value, how everything has a caloric value, all right? And in there, I say, just because gum is quote unquote 0 calories doesn't mean you can have an entire pack a day. Because I've had motherfuckers
Isn't
in
it 5
contest
calories?
prep.
An entire
five
Yeah,
pack
but
in
some
a
of them still
day?
say 0. I've had people have over a pack of gum. per
Shut
day.
the fuck
Swear to
up.
God.
A whole pack.
That's
of
why
gum?
I've put it in there.
Dude, your jaw would be on fire.
I
What are
know.
you doing chewing that much?
I used to be a really good or big gum chewer, and during prep, I went and bought some gum, and I was like, I'll have some gum throughout the day. I got through one piece, and my jaw was like,
Yeah.
it was cracking. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm
Yeah.
done. I threw all the gum away. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm done with that. That sucked.
Dude, every time I chew,
My jaw was
yeah.
cramping so much.
You know what's crazy? How I had a back. What was it like? I think it was like a couple months ago. You guys know? So in that aisle when you can go get like the Quaker rice cakes, they've got like a few more flavors, but only in the small bags.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like how they have the sweet chili,
Yeah.
the dill and shit.
Yep.
So when I was like in like a growing phase, I remember sometimes when I go grocery shopping, to be honest, pretty much every time, and I would grab like one of the little bags, and the dill pickle one.
Oh,
There-
so good,
Dude,
So good.
I would plow that sitting in my car before I would leave the parking lot.
Oh.
And this pace in which I
Jaw.
would eat it, there was always a moment where I'd be kind of high and I'd be like, oh my God, my mouth is on fire right now.
Yeah.
So when I think of moments like that and you talk about a client eat a whole pack of gum a day,
Yeah.
that sounds like fucking hell.
My
Yeah.
jaw would be, my jaw pops. It would be literally
You
falling
think you'd
apart.
build just like a fucking clavicular chin line?
That's probably why bodybuilders'
Clavicular.
jaws grow.
Oh, that fucking streamer faggot?
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The sharp jaw.
Don't even get me. I don't want to get pissed off.
Oh, no,
I
it's just an
hate
example
those
of a sharp jaw.
joggers.
Yeah.
Just a sharp jaw.
Your jaw pops.
Yeah.
What side is your pop?
You never heard his jaw pop
No,
before?
I've heard it. Mine does
it's
too.
Gross. It's gross.
It's from all the eating, dude. My
Yeah,
mouth
same.
gets locked up.
Is that a common thing amongst large men is jaw popping?
I don't know.
Dude,
My dad.
I think it's my face growing.
Yeah,
Don't you
could be
think? Like,
that.
it's
Yeah.
you think you like bodybuilders' heads grow? Like,
Well, let's think about this.
I
Let's
don't
say
know.
the average American eats. Let's say they eat 3 times a day. Okay, and say it's around 2,000 calories worth of volume of food.
Right.
Okay, we're doubling the fucking caloric intake, if not tripling, if not like quadrupling that caloric intake, plus the amount of food, the volume of food. Like that shit's gonna wear down at some point.
usually it's
Dumbbells and
5 meals or 6 meals a day, not 3. Yeah.
So it's like it makes sense if you think about it. Yeah.
Dumbbells
I
and
don't
Doobies creating a little scientific hypothesis over here.
Science.
So sometimes if a big motherfucker eats small, that jaw gonna grow.
That jaw gonna pop.
Well, player, let's go get a bunch of big motherfuckers to find out.
Dude, it cramps. It cramps all the
Oh,
time.
when I'm on growth,
Your
my
head
cramps.
grew for sure.
Oh, my head grew for sure.
All right. Also, BioPoint code D2. Make
Yeah,
sure
my
you
bad.
do buy
Shit, that's what happens every episode.
buy 2 get 1 free
With
So-
code D2.
With code D2. So go use the code, get some peptides.
Yes.
Code D2 with Iron Society because we all got the hats on, and they make the best hats and shirts. So
do.
Very
code
comfortable.
D2. When's that drop?
Yeah,
coming?
when is
So we got a few drops coming first because I was on FaceTime with Jay the other day. We've got.
I want the Kobe shirt.
I
I
know.
want the
So
Mike
that
Tyson
that
shirt.
drop is coming after the Chase Your Dreams drop. So there's Chase Your Dreams, and then that's in production right now. And then there's going to be the Championship Part 2 drop, or Champion Part 2 drop, which is the Gretzky, Kobe, and who else? Tyson? Was
Yeah.
Tyson on there? Yeah,
Tyson looks sick in the blue. I
yeah.
can't wait to get that one.
So
What a-
the
what a
Chase,
great
I saw photos of the Chase Your Dreams drop. It looks pretty freaking sick. But yeah. So speaking of Tyson, dude, the fights last night.
Flawless.
I was gonna see if Fu had watched them, but
You want to talk about that? Yeah, let's talk about that
yeah,
later.
try and hold off on that.
Yeah, good point.
Because I don't know if he watched them, but
He probably
usually
did
watches UFC.
because he loves UFC. Yeah.
Talking about athletes, how many more shows do you have this year?
Oh fuck, I don't even know, dude. I got a lot of shit.
It's the beginning of the year. Right?
Yeah, I've got
You have
a
a
ton.
ton?
Dude. We got Georgia in a few weeks,
Nice.
and then
Georgia's
Chattanooga
Yep.
for Junior Nats, and
Yep.
then Universe, and then I'm purposely not putting anybody in USA's because fuck muscle contests because they grape you on fucking prices. I don't want to get flagged
really?
on YouTube. Yeah, bro. Like, dude, last year at Junior USA's, $600 fucking dollars for a backstage coach's pass.
Holy cow.
$600.
Holy cow.
I get there.
No athletes.
I get there. I'm like, hey, what's the backstage pass? They're like 600, and I'm like, what? Does that come with tickets too? She's like, nope.
600 cents.
without tickets?
Without tickets. 600 cents. So I told my athlete, I'm like, hey, whenever I text you, just be by your phone because we're going to meet outside.
Yeah.
I am not going back there.
I wouldn't
And it's at the end of the day, a muscle contest is notorious for just trying to make money and skyrocketing. Bro, $600. That is more than some people's paychecks, bro.
Right. That's what I was gonna
Some of
say.
these athletes don't even make that in fucking 2 weeks. Like these people
With
competing.
all the other costs.
Yeah, bro. Like, let's be
crazy.
real. How shitty do you
That's
got to feel to charge that amount?
Crazy.
$600. So I not put anybody in that. I don't have anybody in North Americans. I may have a guy in Vegas for Legion. Not sure yet.
Nice. So some fun ones.
Badger. A show. I don't know if I'm going to it. It's out in New Jersey, but it's not Universe. And then Midwinter Classic.
Nice. Who do you have doing that one?
Right now, well, it's not for sure yet. It's Sam Gotthelf.
Oh, nice.
I told him, like, we're going to diet down to around, like, an 8 weeks outlook.
Just see where you're at.
See where we're at because, like, getting him conditioned is no problem. Like, I can get him fucking peeled, but it's the size. He's like, I wanna win this show. And I'm like, well,
need
it's the
tissue.
best fucking regional show
Yeah.
in the Midwest. So
be
there's
pro
going to be
ready.
some hitters.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, hey, let's get there. Let's see what we're looking like before we start, like, the harsh shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
imagine, like, getting to the 3 weeks out and be like, oh, we're done. Like, we're not going to win.
Yeah.
And you put your body through all that shit with
Again.
orals, with trend,
Yeah,
with
just
all
keep
that
growing,
stuff.
dude.
So it's like, let's get to that point where we can get looking sick as hell.
Yeah.
With just injections or injectables. And then be like, okay, are we in a position where we're going to take an overall size, et cetera? Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, like, even when you're in that 8 weeks out mark and you're freaking peeled at 8 weeks out, you can still rebound out of that very productively.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't have to step on stage to have a
No.
successful rebound.
No.
You know, like, I mean, I'm doing it with Alex Runge right now. The dude got freaking peeled for his mini cut, and I'm like, now we're rebounding.
He looked great.
I'm happy with him, dude. That kid fucking works.
I can't get over it every time I see Will post a back double. I'm like, why is your ass so large?
Bro, it's the size of my
It's
head.
huge.
Dude, it's
Each cheek is
No
bigger.
homo.
I've never seen
so
someone
big.
with a posterior bigger on the lower half
Yeah.
than the lats.
I know.
I'm like, bro, your ass is wide.
He looked really good this morning. I gave him a lot of food.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he's looking good.
What's he
What's he
doing?
doing?
That's the Sid Gillen. That's in Georgia. So
Oh,
I've got
fuck
him,
yeah.
and I've got
yeah.
Tyler Ethington in that show.
Oh,
Tyler
Will's gonna
lives
look
out
sick.
in either North or South Carolina. South Carolina.
Nice.
So he's coming in to do that show, and Cam literally texted me on Friday night, I believe it was, or is it Thursday night? Cam texted me in the truck, and he's like, "Not me pulling my guy out of my show because your guys are coming in condition," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, baby!"
There you go.
Swear to God, dude.
That's hilarious.
But I asked him, I was like, "What's he look like?" And he's this big 6'3" motherfucker. But it's just like holds fat so weird. Cam said.
Yeah.
So, but Cam's still gonna be down there, which is gonna be a fun time. I've got a lot of shows this year, bro. I'm loving it.
That's exciting.
I'm loving it.
dude. Yeah.
You and I both had a show yesterday. You were there. I was
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Because Rally graduated with her master's. Shout out to my girlfriend, Rally.
Congrats, Ral.
Masters.
She done with school now? Then?
All done with school. All she's got to do now
Good
is
on her.
take her NCLEX, which is like the final test. It's not associated with school.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, now
So
you're
like
an
the state?
actual registered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're an actual registered nurse.
Yeah.
So
Got
Good
a
for her,
master's
dude.
in nursing.
master's subject matter expert in nursing.
Had a kid.
Oh,
So
go rap
it's
out.
crazy, man. It was really cool. I was
Get to work.
fucking really happy with her, dude. Really proud of her.
yeah.
But anyway, we had the show.
Yeah.
You had a first timer compete.
Yeah. At Austin.
Yep. So Austin, how'd he do?
So he didn't place in the novice. There was actually a good turnout for it. And then he got third in his open class. To be honest, man, I mean, like I said, we knew what we were getting into when we got into it. You
Yeah.
know, he just wanted to kind of check it off the bucket list as a dad of 3.
Yeah.
And like I said, when he came to me, he was a general health client, so I'm incredibly proud of the kid. He never missed cardio, never missed a step, never complained about anything.
Yeah.
Dude, his dig days were rough.
Oh God.
So like,
Explain.
dude, I mean, like, so we started prep around 180, and you know, like, I had the conversation of him with, you know, like, hey, dude, like, your first prep, you have the least amount of muscle, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to dig harder for this one, more than likely a lot of other shows. Like, you know what I mean? You just have less size, less tissue,
Yeah.
less caloric needs.
Yeah.
That's what happens when the body weight gets low, folks.
Yep.
And I mean, dude, he was 182, 180 when prep started. Yeah, in a cleanup phase. So I was like, dude, you're probably going to get down to like 150, 145. And
Yeah.
dude got all the way down to like 137 after like 3 high days.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
he fucking dug, my man. So, I mean, but he did it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he did it while being present with his wife. He did it while having 3 newborns.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, 2 boys and another one just this past year. So, I mean, like, doing all that while working a construction job, dude, a lot of people don't even get to the finish line with all that.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Great,
Not at all.
great transformation.
Yeah,
pretty
from
crazy.
just being a guy
I mean-
that didn't want to be a chubby dad. I mean, dude, he got
For-
fucking shredded.
Good for
And-
him,
and
too.
we
Yeah,
said-
bro, he got peeled.
We said he really just wanted to see if he could fall in love with the process and
Yeah.
like if this is what he wants to do, and
He did.
he did it. So
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
now
dude.
the rebound's going to be the fun part.
Dude, he's
like,
pumped.
fucking
Like, he
get
was
huge.
like, I can't wait. I told him, I was like, enjoy Saturday night, enjoy Sunday with everyone. And I was like, we're going right back to it on Monday. I'm like, we got to get big.
Bro, good for him where he
There you go.
literally was like, you know what?
Oh.
I know I'm undersized. I want to do this because, one, I want to see if I love
Just
the
see if I
process.
can handle it. Yeah.
But two, like, he's a dad. He wants to, like, lead by example. Like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened with Mike. Like, Mike is a father of 2. And he is a fucking workhorse. Doesn't do social media.
Tall motherfucker.
Yeah, tall as fuck.
He doesn't have
6'3".
any social media. at
Zero.
all.
The only place he gets his news from for bodybuilding is YouTube and our podcast, which is pretty fucking sick if you
That is
think
cool.
about it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do social media, which I actually really like. He's just a blue collar, hard worker motherfucker. So yeah, I mean, I was happy with it. He looked good. He got first in his class, in the tallest class. He fucking killed him, and then second overall, which
Bro.
I won't share the story publicly about what happened at the overall, but some crazy shit happened.
I tell you what, though, just from going to prejudging, if a lot of you boys out there actually were working with coaches, you need to get new coaches because like 98% of the show didn't know how to fucking pose from their ass
Bro.
to their fucking head.
I wasn't even at the show,
Dog
and I
shit.
saw it
Oh,
online.
God.
Dog shit.
Terrible posing. Terrible
shit.
posing.
Dog shit.
And second, completely
Don't mean to be an asshole, but bad. Bad
physiques
posing.
that looked like they forgot to start their freaking diet.
It's just frustrating, man. Like I said, I was watching a dude just walk around, not like asking any questions with his athletes, just passing around Snickers bars.
Dude, you're passing around Snickers bars.
Just handing them out, bro. Literally throwing them at the athletes while they were all just like kicking their feet up. I'm like, is that a part of the game plan, brother?
Everybody get a pump going.
Dude, the peanut ones, like the peanut Snickers bars.
fat ones.
The high fat one. It's like
the
16
best
grams
ones,
of fat.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
those.
fire.
So good.
The chocolate peanut butter. Are you kidding me?
I had a
yellow
Snickers
bar?
the other day.
Yeah, it's the
I
best
had a
one.
Snickers the other day. Shit, you banging, dude. Oh yeah, maybe two because I had a white chocolate one.
The
too.
last time I had a Snickers was when I was working at Orkin. I was going to a house for an
think I remember you
inspection,
telling me this.
and I started going.
Hypo?
I started going hypo because I had pinned insulin and didn't eat enough carbs or didn't eat it close enough or whatever. And I was like, I remember I was driving and I was pouring sweat, and I rolled into this gas station, and the first thing I saw was a peanut butter Snickers. I was like, that'll do. Grabbed it and just
Save me.
I remember I didn't even breathe in the car. I was
That's
like,
funny.
just straight down the gullet.
That's a great choice.
There was this one
So
time
good.
I was.
That dude on the left had phenomenal abs.
Yeah, I saw that. He
I
had
can't
great
remember.
abs.
Yeah, dude. The dude on the right, though.
They both have good
I can't
structure.
tell you guys how fucking bad that tan on the right looked, though, on stage.
Yeah,
it was so dark.
Yep.
Like, it looks fine there, but it was so dark.
He did his tan himself.
Whoever
it
that
looked like.
bikini girl was, she looked like she had good shape.
Getting to CJ Cutler was sick.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Who's that? I don't know.
The lighting didn't look that great.
No.
Nah.
No.
Tough. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a ton of.
I wonder what Jay Cutler thinks at these shows.
He's just having
Like, bro, go back to that.
Someone dropped a coffee right in front of him, and he just walked right over
He's
it.
Brother,
having a good time.
what are we doing? I'm leaner than that right now. I'm in the fucking off
I
season.
watched it happen, and I was like, the hell, Jay?
You piece of shit.
Shoves him over.
You're my hero.
Yeah, dude.
up the cup.
Jay's just having a good time.
No,
with these.
Jay's
He's probably
the man.
getting paid
Dude,
plenty.
Jay's form
yeah.
is still massive.
That guy's
an
old,
older
but
guy.
he's got a nice.
That dude was in. I think that dude won Austin's class.
Yeah, not seen a lot.
Look at the posing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think he was in this class, wasn't he?
I think so.
For open.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, fella. That guy was
That
shredded.
guy looks big.
I didn't see him backstage.
He was shredded.
Let's see.
I would have noticed that.
Big red ant.
Big red ant.
Big red. Big red boy.
He's a big dude. Holy shit. A lot of
Yeah.
muscle.
It's not
Bro's just getting stacked at Lifetime.
just an old guy or what?
Look at those legs.
Not bad.
Not at all. Not a boy.
Probably in his 40s, eh?
Dude's just at Lifetime getting huge.
Oh, that's where I recognize him
Damn,
from.
he looks great. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he does look great. Damn.
A lot of muscle.
Yeah. Look at him on top of his roof, bro.
Hold on. What do we got here?
Yeah, what are we pulling?
What, a 6 plate?
1, 2,
405 by
3,
16
4,
today.
5, 6. 6 plates, a 5. No, 10 and a 5.
405.
Oh, 600 by what? 1? Yeah, 600 by
belt.
1 and
Yep.
then 405 by 16.
No
yeah,
belt.
that's
No.
power.
No belt. Just straight.
That was so smooth.
Why don't we bring deadlifts back?
I don't want to do them, dude. My back is going to fall apart. Every time I bring them
I
back,
know,
I
but
just
it's
fall
such a
apart.
It's such a powerful movement.
I would rather just do these. Already else. Homeboy
That's
just
a stiff,
doesn't use
that's
a
a stiff
belt.
dead. Yeah.
Look at him on his roof, just on the top of his roof, jacked as fuck.
Oh,
Look at that.
shit.
That's what I was looking at.
That's a great- That's a great shot, though.
Yeah.
Low key.
All right. Well,
Just with a song like Taking
Big
Care.
Red Ant. Good job,
yeah,
Anthony
Big
Brown.
Red. There's a
Yeah, dude, he
random
looks
shout out
crazy.
for you.
He's fucking shredded,
Local
man.
shout out.
Peeled.
Did he get the most shredded award?
Looks like he won the
Probably.
overall too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Good for him.
Damn. He must be tall.
Yeah. Holy cow.
That means he's probably like actually.
Well, Jay's
heavy,
what?
like
5.
heavy,
well,
heavy.
now Jay's probably shorter than when he was competing.
Jay's
but-
taller than me.
5'8",
Really?
5'9".
He's taller than you?
I think so.
No, he's like 5'9".
He's got to be shorter than you, bro.
My picture with him, I'm
Yeah.
taller
Oh,
than him by
yeah.
a good amount.
And you got me by like 2 inches.
Yeah, but he's got this guy. This guy must be like
He looks big.
in between you and me, Nick.
Yeah.
Anyways, damn.
Dude, I saw her running around backstage and I thought the same
Who
thing.
the hell is that? She could have jumped into the men's open. And won. Oh, that's good. No, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going down a rabbit hole.
Yep. No. No.
Who the fuck is that?
Whose life are we viewing today?
Right. Some more. Is this Matt or is this the overall?
I don't know.
No, it's not the
No.
overall.
I was hoping you wish they would just like post some okay pictures of like. There's Colin competed at my show. Congrats to Colin for winning his class.
Yeah.
Colin.
Petro or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Petri.
Yeah.
Petri.
I remember him now.
Okay. Well, we'll keep moving on to random things. I guess I don't know.
Time's he getting out?
He was supposed to get on at 9, but
Nick, you were right. Holy shit!
yeah,
I told you, player.
you were right. But I was panicking because I don't ever like to be late.
I know. And now it's kind of like it's official. He's on now as another guest episode, and you're signed by us.
Yeah.
And it's like there's that prestige, that echelon that you're at
You
now.
gotta service the hoss.
Service the hoss.
Big hoss.
Did you like that? That one took you a second.
We're gonna service the hoss.
Yeah. What else can we talk about that we don't need to talk about on the
Mortal
episode?
Kombat.
I got a truck.
Oh yeah, you did. Congratulations.
Got a truck.
I got a truck. Luke, I got a second truck.
I saw it's huge.
You did. I fucking love it, bro. It is a big bitch. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. But I literally couldn't say no to it, dude. Evo, did I tell you how much I got it for?
Yes.
Or did I tell you how I got it?
You got it from the auction for
5,700.
5,700. I was gonna say 7,500. I was close.
Dude, so
I knew
I got it from a police impound auction. Okay, I saw a Facebook ad because I already told Raleigh, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get a second truck for winter. It's gonna be an old one. I'm gonna store my new truck in storage, keep miles low, keep it rust free, and then. But she was like, yeah, just like get one in this fall though. Like, don't think about it now. Like, whatever. I'm like, okay. I saw a Facebook ad for police impound auction. So it's like if the family doesn't want vehicles, somebody gets arrested, and their car's got to get towed. They're in jail for years. Like, they have to float the title if nobody wants it. And I was online at the auction, and this truck popped up, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody on this auction knows diesel trucks. And because the price was nobody was bidding, so then I start bidding.
I'll take it for
And
$7,500.
I bid it. It was like at 4, and then somebody kept getting bidded up to like 47, and then I got it to 5, and then somebody went from 5 to 5,500.
Were you just
and then
like,
I'm like,
hand up or
no, because it's an online auction, so then I'm pressing
not
the
as
button.
fun.
I know,
Dude, okay,
I
it's
know.
crazy. you said
My
that.
big ass in there.
I thought of
75.
I thought of a skit as he said that. I immediately thought of us going to an
hears
event
it.
like that.
He sees a girl across the way.
Bro, you
6,500. Makes eye contact.
But yeah, I got it. It's a 2006 Ram 3500 big dually.
Big
I got
for
it
you.
for 5,700.
Two
bucks.
trucks.
2 trucks, baby.
I don't even own one.
I'm gonna do some work on it though.
Shit.
I just got new tires in for it,
Cool,
which I didn't
bro.
realize. I was like, oh, I gotta get new tires, no problem. Well, you gotta get fucking 6 tires.
Those are
Well,
huge
7
tires too.
Oh, I got bigger ones.
Jesus.
The ones on it are
Why did I say
33s.
it?
I got 35s. Just because, yeah. But I'm not lifting it. I'm not putting a lift on it. It's already got a 3-inch
It's
lift.
got dual tires. You don't need a lift.
I know. I'm not putting a lift on it. All I'm doing is I'm doing some transmission work. I'm putting a bigger turbo in there.
Who do you think owned it? Like from based off how it looked, who do you think owned it before you?
Definitely somebody that knew trucks. Like,
hold on. We got someone joining us here. Hey, sir.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
We are great. How are you?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
Good.
What's going on?
We were just talking about why Nick has to have 2 diesel dual wheel trucks.
I got a second truck, Fouad.
Because 2's better than 1. That's why. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
One's got to be your daily, and one's got to be your jacked up, fucking crazy shit truck.
My man.
Holy
See?
shit. Do you know him? Are you learning this from him or where?
No, I get my driving skills from Fouad, but maybe my money spending skills too. Because Fouad, we're in Mexico last year. Fouad would randomly throughout the week, he'd like bring his phone to me, be like, "Hey, look what I just got for the bike," and it'd be like another part. The next day, he'd be like, "Hey, look what I just got for the bike," it'd be another part.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, the bike is almost done. It's a show bike. It's going to look fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what work has been done to it?
Yeah.
Everything. Start at the rear tire, go all the way to the front. The entire bike minus the subframe and some internals have all been redone. Everything.
Ooh, nice.
Like you can't. There's probably like if like a really experienced Harley person would probably be able to pick out like 2 things that are stock. Everything else is different. Changed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna ask. So I don't know a ton about motorcycles. So when you say like a show day bike, is that like you bringing it to like an event where a bunch of other guys are bringing their motorcycles just to kind of like talk and like learn stuff about them?
No, it's not like a cars and coffee kind of thing. It's like I want to enter it into like actual shows.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I want to be like,
what does that entail then? What does a show entail for like a motorcycle?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Fuck it, let's find out.
I'm thinking like front double, side chest. Like I don't.
You gotta. I gotta turn the bike in certain ways. No. Listen, I've never done it before, but it's like the competitor in you just never leaves. So it's like I got to find a way to compete. I can't do it anymore with my body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now, and I can't race anymore because I was, before this thing happened with my fucking arm, I had track days scheduled with an instructor because I was going to like learn how to like race bikes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Not like obviously never going to be like MotoGP. Those guys the way like
right.
those guys start when they're 5 years old and they weigh like 140 pounds. But I thought just for fun, like I'll go out on track days with like other old dudes and like try and race. But then the thing with my arm happened, and I can still do it because like I know I've seen some guys with like amputees and stuff that still go out and actually race.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But my wife's not all about that. She's like, look, if you're gonna keep riding, you can keep riding, but like let's just kind of like get away from the race shit.
One at a time kind of thing.
So I still want to compete, so I'm like, maybe I can just compete. Like my bike can be like the Physique, I can just make my bike as badass as possible. So that's kind of the goal now.
You've got a sick garage for it too, man. Like when I was at your house, your garage is perfect to work on stuff.
Well, luckily, Nick, and I swear this didn't happen on purpose. My brother-in-law lives with us, and he rides an e-bike because he's of his past, whatever. Anyway, he rides a fucking e-bike. He parked it in the garage, and it fucking caught on fire.
Oh my God.
And the fucking smoke alarms are going off and shit. And I'm like, I ran outside. I ran to the garage, and the thing's up in flames like crazy. And I grabbed the back tire, and I just pulled it out of the garage. So it sat on my driveway till the fire truck showed up, just in flames, dude, like crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
So the fire truck people get there, and they hose down the entire garage. Like, even though it was kind of like there was no fire in the garage more, but it was full of smoke. So they have to hose down the entire garage just in case. So they fucking soak everything, and then they turn the hoses on the bike, and the bike's just still burning because it's a chemical flame.
Yeah.
So they just had to leave. They actually ended up just putting the hose on the bike and leaving it there until it like eventually just went out. And then I'm like, and then they told me, they're like, hey, these batteries have a way of like the fire can restart. And I'm like, well, I don't want to put it back in. I don't want to just leave it here. He's like, listen, it was snowing out at that time. And like, take the battery, leave it on your front lawn, and the snow should be fine. So I did that. Next day, they came and they took the motorcycle, whatever's left of it. They took all that shit. They look in the garage. Garage is just covered in soot and fucking, it's black. Like everything's fucked up. So they had to take apart the whole garage, rip it all up, and then insurance paid for the entire rebuild.
Oh wow.
Fudge. Thank goodness. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, was that did this happen before I came in February, or was this after?
After.
Really?
No, before. No, that happened before.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
okay.
The garage setup you saw was like after it was redone.
Got it.
That's
The interesting thing was I wanted to rebuild the garage anyway.
oh my God, that's
But
crazy.
I swear it happened. I swear it happened.
You got Fouad out there smoking a cigarette. He's like, oh, I wonder if I flick this on the bike, what would happen?
Yeah.
Flick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so in the process, they had to gut the garage, rebuild it. My bike, because of all the soot and everything, apparently it's unsafe. If like your brakes get around certain temperatures, and if there's like soot on the brake lines and shit, apparently it's like unsafe. So they had to like take in all the bikes, redo a whole bunch of parts. I got a whole bunch of parts for free. It was pretty awesome.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So all that happened, and that's why the garage is like such a sick setup.
Yeah, the garage is really cool, dude. I like it.
That's
a lot.
quite the story for a garage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I actually put, since you've been there, Nick, I got a few more cabinets for more tools, and I put some chairs out there, and I made it like a cool, like, chill spot. So
That's sick.
Garages are just a great place to hang out if you have a killer setup.
Oh yeah.
It's
like-
such, it's such a
it's a
north-
guy's place. It's a guy's place. It's a man's fucking hangout.
I was
Dude,
gonna
for
say my
sure.
parents have like a little like mini bar setup where they put like my parents have a 4-car garage and we only have
Yeah.
one car in there at all times.
Yeah, yeah.
They set up like a full long table because they like to have drinks out there on Friday night. My dad
Yep.
installed a big
That's
ass
it.
heater, 70-inch flat screen in the corner. Just goes, yeah, I just decided to build a bar on the side of it. I don't really know what
Yeah.
came over me. I'm like, oh yeah, you just learned how to do that out of nowhere, huh?
No, that's fucking awesome. That's what I want
Yeah.
to do. I put a couple chairs out there. Paulie comes over. We'll have a fucking smoke and hang out, smoke a
Fuck yeah.
cigar or whatever. And I just bought a 60-inch TV to mount on the wall. I'm just gonna there's no cars in my garage, just the bikes.
Yeah.
So I just sit, smoke, stare at my bikes, and fucking
Just man stuff.
enjoy life. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just my place. It's my wife comes out there all the time. She's like, "What are you fucking doing out here?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
She's like, "What do you mean nothing?" I'm like, "I'm just staring at my bikes." She's like, "But she's like, but what are you doing?" I'm like, "Actually, nothing."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Peace.
"Yeah, just quiet."
Finally.
We literally talked about that the other day
Yeah.
about both of our girls. We were just like, we were bitching on our way to go golfing the other day about how we're always so busy and stuff like that. And we're like, it confuses them when you can literally sit and do nothing. And they're like, are you okay? And you're like, actually, I'm like at complete peace right now.
It gives them a little them a little anxiety.
It makes Serena tweak out
yeah.
every time. She's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm having the time of my life right now. It's quiet."
Yeah.
I built these gardening planters for my girlfriend out of 2x4s, and she painted them and stuff. But as I was building them, I built 2 of them, and they're done. And she caught me. She got it on video. And I'm just in the garage looking at them, staring, like hand on my hip, the other hand was smoking a Marlboro Red.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" I'm like, "Uh-oh." But it's like, it's a pride thing. It's like, I just
Yes.
look at it. I did that. What else
Yes.
can I do? You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Anything you can do. I never ever do handiwork. Like I'm not. I always number one. It's not because I'm lazy. I'm actually scared to fuck it up.
Same.
So I'm like, I don't do anything, right? But I've decided that I'm gonna fucking start, and so I'm out there in the garage with one fucking arm putting together stuff, and I'm like changing the oil on my bikes, and like I'm doing all this, and honestly, just changing the oil on my bike.
Yeah.
I jack my bike up, I change the fucking oil, I fucking put the new oil in, I fucking start it up. It sounds awesome. I look at it, I'm like, I did that. I didn't have to take it to a shop and spend $300 for them to do it. I'm like, it just feels good.
That's
feels
honest. That's honestly one of the reasons why I got the second truck too. Is because like my new truck, or like the one that I've had since, with the one you've seen. It's like I put so much money into that one from somebody else doing the work because it's new.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's such a new truck. Like I will gladly spend. I mean, right after I bought it, I put fucking 20 grand into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to mess anything up because it's so new.
Yeah.
But now, like when I bought the second truck, even though it's like for winter and it's a project truck, because it's a 3rd generation Cummins, it's 2006, completely rust free.
I was just gonna say, is it an old like
Yes.
analog? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got like none of the electronics in the engine bay. Like you can sit in the engine bay. It's that
so
big
fucking
inside.
truck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because that's one of the reasons why I got it. I'm like, one, the price of working on it is going to be way cheaper than one of these newer trucks.
Yeah.
And 2,
Yeah.
the parts are going to be cheaper, but also it's like it's going to be easier. So like I can literally I can replace the turbo that I already have ordered that my girlfriend doesn't know about in my driveway.
Oh, I didn't know you actually got it as like a project truck too.
Oh, I'm going to turn that into a tire
How
shredding
did I
street
not
tractor.
know that you were
Yeah.
gonna do that?
Oh, dude, I'm going to be doing rolling
What'd you
burnouts.
think he
in
was
that
buying
thing.
it
You
for?
can't sit down, Nick. You have to get the 320. You
Bro,
have to get the 320.
Me
Yeah.
being so active makes me eat all my food, bro.
Fouad, you got to stop enabling him. He moves too
Yeah.
much. He's getting like 30,000 steps in a day. We need him to get
That's
to
all right.
350.
It is eat more food, counterbalance it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then he comes in here, he'll be like, "I missed 2 meals." Yeah, it's not working. But Fouad, I actually had a question though, to kind of like all that stuff for people who are looking to get into like what you're kind of doing. Then, do you use like YouTube or like what's your enabler to start learning this stuff? Like, where are you going
YouTube.
for your YouTube.
100% YouTube.
Yeah.
So I bought some like essentials that like you should have if you're doing your handiwork because
Right.
the guy you know Nick Caruana, the guy that we all work with. He wrenches on Harleys with his dad and his
sick.
brother, and they got like a motorcycle lift and a whole bit, right?
Yeah.
And so I was asking for advice. So he was like, "Look, you need to get a rolling cart." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just get a rolling cart that is with you next to you because like if you're working on your bike." And you need like a certain socket head or something like that, right? You always got to like walk back to the workbench and then back to your bike. And he's like, get a cart, put all the tools you need on the fucking cart. That way it's like right there with you. Each project, the cart is there next to you with that project's tools on it.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So I buy one, right? I bought one with thing for it holds your phone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's smart.
So I literally
Convenience.
have it. I literally have it right there with all the tools I need on it and the phone holder.
That's perfect.
And then I can just like hit into YouTube, like if I don't know how to fucking do something, I'm like, how do I do this? And then
Yeah.
it's like, dude, there's a video for
Everything.
It's the best.
and I just walk through it step by step, man. That's it.
I
It's
just
like
replaced the foot pedals and the brake lines on my Harley, and
Yeah.
that's how I did it. Because my dad,
Yeah.
I was trying to find someone to take it in, and my dad's like, "You know what? We just learned how to do it." And I was like, "You know what? I can do that too." And I was like, "I'll learn on YouTube."
Dude, you want
Yeah.
to
what I did
that
too.
I failed, yeah. Because like I learned on YouTube for my first vehicle when I was like 14 years old. So
Yeah.
my first vehicle, Fouad, was a 1997. I'm saying vehicle was a 1997. Just the frame of a Dodge. Okay, just the frame,
Okay.
and I built
Yeah.
it from the ground up. So
Crazy.
I built it like all the way from the frame
I forget that
to
you
the
did that.
suspension to the everything, all the body metal. So like from 14 years old until 18, I probably spent I spent money I didn't have because it was such
Yeah,
a
yeah,
project
yeah.
and I loved
Yeah.
it. But it was just like, oh, that didn't work. What do I do? YouTube. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
didn't work. Another video.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And until I literally pieced the entire truck
What a
together,
gift to humans.
I loved it, bro.
Yeah.
But you know who told me that? Samson told me that, man. Samson was like, we were talking about it one day because Samson works on all this shit by himself. Like he doesn't pay anybody to do anything. He does all of his own shit. So we were talking about it one day, and he said, "I know you're scared to fuck things up, but that's how you learn."
Right.
He's like, we all fuck things up. He's like, that's how we all learn. He's like, the more you fuck things up, the better you get at it. So I was like, oh, okay. And like, it's a little different when you're fucking up like a $40,000 motorcycle, but
Yeah.
like if you have something shitty, like not shittier, but cheaper that you bought specifically to fuck up,
Right.
then it's like, I thought about buying like an old like motorcycle for like $2,000-$3,000
Sure.
and just fucking with it. Just
Yeah.
like, just in case, so if I fuck anything up, it's not that bad. Right.
Yeah. Facebook
So it's like,
Marketplace.
yeah, like that's like the kind of thing. So Nick, you learned like on something that wasn't expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Like the frame that I bought, it literally just had some shitty ball tires. A frame that I bought for $800, and then I just literally.
That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
in our barn. I remember the frame was sitting there, and then every so often, a new part, a new piece of body metal, everything. Until I was like, okay, now I can start building it. Like the carpet I put in, like the interior carpet, everything, the headliner, and it was just a fun ass project. But along the way was a lot of issues. Like I bought a transmission for it. Because again, just the frame, no motor, nothing, and bought a transmission. Trusted the guy, put the transmission in. Wasn't even the correct transmission for the truck, so it mounted up, but it was a generation too late. And it was like, well, now I got you live and you learn, yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's smart.
So Nick, you know how to do all that shit? I didn't know that.
yeah. I mean,
a freak.
I put the motor in, I put the transmission in once I found
Wow.
the right transmission. I mean that's why I got the new or the old new truck because I was like, you know what, because I work for myself, and
Yeah.
my background is all blue collar and labor jobs, and I miss that. But I still wake up and I treat my days like it because that's what I've known my entire life is like, hey,
Right.
wake up before the sun comes up. But the more I get, like, the more success I get with bodybuilding and coaching, and the more busy I get with shows and stuff, the more I yearn for just working with my hands more. And I crave it. Like I had a tree fall down in my yard the other week, and I literally was like, perfect. I'm going to rip my chainsaw. I'm just going to cut this shit up. And I loved it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's why I bought the truck. One of the reasons, like, I need something to do.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for a guy doing shit with his hands.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like I never thought it was a thing, but once I started doing even the smallest jobs, I was like, oh, I get it now. The fucking shit feels good.
I know that if I get my hands dirty, I'm working on something. I'm getting laid that night for sure. she, she loves it. She's like, it's so fucking hot. And I'm like, that's why I bought the truck again, baby.
You might be mad now, but we're gonna have sex later. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you know, like I was thinking about that too, because Fouad, I know you don't have kids. Me and my wife are not planning on having kids. I know you've said like you're not, but you might. But like the one thing that's fun about doing stuff like that too is it fills the time. Like we have so much time on our hands, and when you look at like families, because I talk to people at work, guys at work, and they're like, I don't have
They
time.
got no time.
I don't have time to have hobbies. My hobbies are sports, like taking the kids to sports, making sure they're getting into bed, making sure they're fed. And I'm like, whew, I like playing my Harley and guns and stuff.
Yeah, but there's a ton of fulfillment in that. Why? How old are you?
I'm 32.
How old are you?
29.
Next to you.
Lance,
29.
yeah.
29, yeah.
29. Why did you decide not to have kids? I'm curious.
Time. I have a lot of goals in life. I'm checking off boxes. Bodybuilding is really important to me, but my work life is very important to me as well. I'm very successful right now in my career path. My wife, she doesn't feel any pressure or any want necessarily. She likes what she's doing career path wise. She works in sports,
Right.
so she works for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Bucks, and so she's doing some cool stuff in her field, like in a male dominated field. So she's loving her career path, and we both kind of talked, and we were like, you know, we like giving our free time to each other, and then back to work and trying to grow and get better and better. And like I said, bodybuilding is really important. It fills that extra time out pretty well.
So listen, I don't want to delve too far into your private life. Obviously, this is a podcast, but I'm still just a little curious.
Sure.
So you don't think like at 40 or 50 you'll look back and go, I was a little selfish then, but now I kind of feel like maybe I should have done it.
I don't know. I've thought about
Do you guys do you think about that?
No, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
it's
So
for sure something you think about all the time.
We had a pact that every 3 years we would check in with each other wholeheartedly and be like,
Okay.
do you feel any different? And
Revisit it, yeah.
Yeah, and every 3 years since we made that pact, we've been like, fuck that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something because
Yeah.
I'm 47 now.
Yep.
Every 3 years as you get closer to 40
Yeah.
or 45,
Yeah.
that might change.
Okay.
Now the problem is, like, this is the thing. When I was 35 years old, we were talking about having kids, and I went and saw a fertility specialist. I was kind of like half-hearted about it. I didn't really give a fuck. Still in the middle of my career, not in the middle of my career, but like kind of still doing like my career thing. And I was like, I'm good. I'm like, I just want to bodybuild. I'm happy eating and sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
At 47 though, I'm still really happy, and I still enjoy my private time and my alone time and but you know, I get a lot of fucking free time, just like you said, right? I get to fucking hang out in the garage, do my thing. At the same time, sometimes I see Paul, and he's got 2 little girls, and I'm like, fuck, it would have been nice to go a little bit harder on that fertility thing and maybe try and have a kid.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, there is a really, really like fulfilling thing that I see in Paul and the way he talks about his daughters that I don't think I'll ever have. Because I physically can't have kids, and my wife can't have kids.
Yeah.
So we are like, we're bonded that way. We're like, we're cool, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
The thing I'm trying to get at with you, and I'm not trying to change your mind or anything. I'm just trying to just think a little bit about something. Like at 30, I didn't know it.
Sure.
And that's the decision you got to kind of calculate is like, if you check in with your wife at 30 and you're like, yeah, we're cool, let's just do the career thing, fuck it. At 50, you might be like, oh, you know what? The careers were cool, but all our friends have kids now. And we're like, and we're still cool because we have a lot of money. We're 50 years old and we get to travel. We don't have to fucking waste our money on our kids. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
Me and my wife can go do whatever the fuck we want, whenever we want, right?
Yeah.
Like, we got dogs. That's it.
Yep. It's 100%.
But I'm just saying, the way you feel at 30 is different than the way you feel at 50. So
Yeah.
When you're checking in with each other, just consider that fact too.
I think this was actually like a really great conversation because there's probably a lot of young people out there that are in that same mindset.
Yeah.
Because Aaron and I talked about it, and we see the news headlines like, what is it? Like birth rates are at the all-time low because
the cost of living,
generations aren't really cost of living.
It's
generations
crazy.
aren't really dating anymore. They're kind of just like
Yeah.
doing the weird social media things, and so like it probably is a great thing for people to hear that like, hey, you're still not going to have it figured out even in your 30s when you think.
No.
Like our parents' generation, I felt like had to have it figured out by 30.
Before
Well,
that.
you think you want to know why? You know what I think that is? I think in older generations, and this may be a really simplistic way to look at things, but a lot of times when people got out of high school or out of college, like if you got out of high school 30 years ago, even like when I was coming up,
Yep.
if you got out of high school 30 years ago, your friend would get you a job at Ford, Chrysler, or GM.
Yep.
You'd be making fucking $50 an hour, which was good money back then.
great money back
Yeah.
then.
And you could buy a house and you'd fucking be set up. You'd be like, cool, I got a job at fucking Ford. You'd be like,
Set.
you're set, right? Or if you got out of college, you'd find a job at some firm or some fucking, business somewhere, and you'd like stay at that business for 30 fucking years.
Climb
and
your
that would
way,
be,
yeah.
you'd be an accountant or a lawyer or some shit. You do that shit forever. I think now we live in an age where like you're 30, you guys are all doing jobs that aren't even fucking normal.
Two, bro.
Yeah, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like we
Yeah.
all work job. Like I'm a fucking podcaster.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I just think at 30, you're kind of still chasing your career.
Right. Right.
You're like, I don't even know what my career is. I'm still ascending to whatever the final thing is. You know what I mean? So I think that's why there's less certainty to have kids, right?
Yeah.
Like if you got a job at a plant somewhere and you were working at Ford and you're like, I'm going to be here for 50 years.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, what's next? Okay, I'm going to have kids.
Yeah.
And then that's like next, right?
Yeah.
But for you guys, and for me, when I was 30, you still don't know what the next is. So you're like, I can still do this in my job or that in my job, or I got to transfer. I got to go from this job I'm doing now to this job over here. And it's like, there's just so much uncertainty that it makes it harder to have kids.
To that point it's
Incredibly
a great point.
accurate.
Incredibly accurate. As you were saying that, I was thinking about like, I have major goals right now that it's hard to see past, but those aren't like end of year retirement goals. Those are like,
Right.
This decade goals. And they're so large and so important to me that like, you don't really, it's hard to see into your 40s or into your 50s or like later on.
Yeah.
'Cause you're going to get to those goals. And that, like you said, to your point, then what?
Then what's next? Yeah.
Right. It's hard to have that foresight, but
It's financially.
it is fun grinding.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I do love the grind. I fucking love grinding. So
Yeah.
I'm from my perspective, I will say though the cost does like also
Yeah,
scare me at times. I
yeah.
mean, like so I'm a full-time personal trainer for a real estate investment company,
Yep.
and then
Right.
I also have my own online coaching LLC. And together, like I think I'm doing great at 29
Right.
years old. Like
Yeah.
when I have conversation with
I would say
peers, I'm like,
phenomenal.
fucking hey, it sounds like I'm killing it. But
Yeah.
like, as you know, in this industry, it takes a while to like get your name out there. So like you're saving money for years, you're busting your ass, you're working 3 to 2 jobs just to build a foundation. And then you start job hunting around here, or not job hunting, but like house hunting and stuff around here, dude. And it's like, like I talked to my dad about like what he put as a down payment for his house back in like 2001. And then he's like,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
think you got to put down for a house? And I'm like, Dad, just so I don't have a PMI, we're looking at $60,000 to $70,000 down payment. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's like damn near what I have to my name after saving and not
Right.
going out and working 2 to 3 jobs for like 7 years. So it's just like, it's a fucking grind, man.
Yeah.
Or it feels
All right.
like a grind. It's fun, but it's a grind.
Not to make this podcast boring or annoying for anybody watching, but last thing, just on the do any of you, and Nick, this is mostly for you because you waste money like I do.
yes, at a rapid rate.
Make sure you have a TFSA, like a tax-free savings account that is yielding like 3-4%.
Yep.
And make sure you have a fucking investment fund, a long-term one, and make sure you're putting money in. I'm telling you, because when I look back at the amount of fucking cars I bought and the amount of money I spent on fucking turbos and truck lifts and fucking wheels. God damn, dude, if I would have taken a quarter of that money and put it into an investment fund, I would be, you know what I mean? Because there's a thing about our careers, and Nick, this is probably, again, more for you. We don't have a pension. Or Lance, I think this applies to you too.
Yeah.
We don't have a pension, right? We work for ourselves.
Yep.
So if you don't have some kind of investment fund or some shit set up when you're 60, 70 fucking years old and you don't have 100 fucking clients anymore, you need something that's going to start paying you back, right?
Yeah,
So
I've had
that
this
compound
year,
interest is huge.
This year I made big strides. Well, the past like 18 months I made big strides financially. Not with, I'm not talking about like income wise. I'm very grateful to be where I'm at. But one of my best friends from college, she does investments and retirement investments, stuff like that. Awesome. So I talked to her because she also does some stuff for my other friends. So I hired her on.
Good.
And back in college, I always thought to myself, like, oh, yeah, I'll make a Roth, etc. I never made one in college. You know, I graduated in 2022. But it was actually kind of a blessing in disguise because in 2023, I started making more money than, like, above the amount that I could actually have a Roth IRA.
Right.
So then she explored some different options for me. And that alone, just knowing, like, okay, every year I'm just writing a check.
Okay.
And I write the check.
Good.
And her team takes it. They invest it in different areas, and it's all tax free.
Good.
So
Perfect.
and there's this one other account where I have it's not a Roth, but it's called a backdoor Roth, where if you make over a certain amount, you can still have a Roth, but the first initial investment is taxed, but what it builds up to is not taxed.
Okay.
So that was like a loophole.
Okay.
And that alone has just like, in my mind, has lowered just like that internal anxiety so much. Because for me, I mean, it's like, one, I'm a big believer in like healthcare insurance is a fucking scam. Like, it's bullshit. And I'm off my parents' insurance now because I just turned 26.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it makes me work harder. And even though I do like to spend money on things that I've never been able to spend money on in my life because I didn't grow up with money, if I have the type of personality where it's like, okay, I just bought, let's say I bought a $2,000 firearm. Okay.
Yeah.
In this next month, I need to make $6,000 on top of what I'm making.
Okay? Yeah. I get it.
So like that's kind of how I operate mentally. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But it's like that's one thing. Like if you would have told me what the advice you gave me just now, if you would have told me that back when you and I first met in 2021, 2022, I would have been like, oh, I'm fine. But as you do, like, in my mind, how I look at it, as you make more money and you grow and you're scaling in many areas in life, what also comes with that is the scaling of your anxiety of when you age,
Yes.
So I'm very grateful. Like, one, I've learned a ton from you and also been blessed to have advice from you on things, and also just the people around me. All my friends are older than me. Like, I don't have one friend that's younger than me. So I'm able to learn from a lot of people. So I appreciate that a ton. I do appreciate that a ton because a couple years ago I would have been like, oh, I'm fine.
Well, it's good, man. Listen, you're way ahead of me because I started late. So now when I talk to guys, I'm like, try and get them into it. Anyway, on to more important things.
What's more important than life chats with Fouad?
Onto more fun things.
Yeah.
Should we talk New York Pro?
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to intro the podcast. So for all our listeners, welcome back to the D2 podcast. We're at season 2, episode 100. We have Big Hoss, Fouad Abiad on today, owner of Hosstile Supplements. So welcome to the podcast.
Your
Fouad.
new boss.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I
wouldn't say boss.
Yeah. You're the boss, dude.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you on. So we appreciate you taking time on your Sunday. I also want to share the screen real quick because I actually want to say we have a giveaway that we wanted to talk about with you on here.
Yeah, of course.
So let me find internet here real quick. Safari, we got her here. We were about to talk UFO stuff, so ignore that.
Bro, let's get into it.
When we were waiting for you to come on, I was like, let's go to
I don't know anything about fucking UFO shit. I don't know.
Well, I don't pay attention to.
I don't pay attention to it. I think it's all just there's no UFOs. There's just government shit.
Well,
agree.
Fouad, this week, randomly, the government and the Pentagon dropped 165 UFO images. That they,
I wonder why.
Yeah, but they all look like fucking AI fucking generated
Yeah,
pictures.
that's
It's
true.
like what the like I don't know, man.
they're
I don't-
misleading us.
Anyway,
I only saw a couple of them. So anyway, sorry.
So, oh God, you go down the rabbit hole very rapidly. Anyways, so we got a giveaway going on, guys. So right now, starting today through next Sunday, so you guys will hear about it on Wednesday, but the post is already up for everybody to go check out. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow Dumbbells and Doobies. You're going to follow Hosstile Sups. You're going to share this to your story, and you're going to comment 2 flavors of any product that you would like to see Hosstile do. And we'll give those recommendations over to the guy that's on the episode today. What you're going to win, 1 tub of protein. So we're going to do the flavor of the month, which we got cookies and cream food. What a
Cannot
flavor.
wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah,
What a
it's good. It's really
flavor.
good. It's really good too, man.
Yeah. 1 tub of Bloodshot. So what do we got here, Nick? What flavor do we got? I forgot which one we grabbed. Pineapple.
Hopefully,
Pineapple's the goat.
Or we got
sour peach.
I got sour peach upstairs. We can swap that one in too.
No, it's okay. Pineapple's good too. I'm a peach guy.
I love the pineapple. Yeah, I think it might be
Yeah.
my favorite. I have 5 tubs of that and 4 tubs of the sour peach upstairs. So we'll let them dealer's choice, whatever you guys want. 1 bottle of the glycerol. So we got that over there. 1 tub of the foundation. We got Jelly Bean Rush, which is a phenomenal flavor once again, Fouad.
Yeah.
And then 1 tub of the Silo 9 EAAs, and we got
Am I allowed to apply?
sour watermelon. So we're gonna give that all away, and we're actually gonna send it in. When I won the show, they gave me 3 backpacks. I don't know what brand this is, but it's got the division Velcro on it. So whatever division you are,
It's a nice
we'll
backpack.
slap on the nice thing. So all those supplements will come in this backpack.
That's sick.
So we'll send it to you. So make sure you enter this week, and once again, we'll say who the winner is next Sunday, which will release on like the 20th or whatever, and you guys will find out who won. So
Why didn't you? You should have collabed with me on this post. I would have
I can
We'll make another
loved to have
one.
that.
We'll do.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll have Luke make a reel of what Devo just talked about, and then we'll collab you on it.
look at that. I can do it right now.
You
wait,
can do
here
it
we go.
after. You can do it after the fact. Oh, you can. I didn't know that.
You
Oh,
want
shit.
you want your personal page? You said
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Got it.
Sick.
Done.
Oh, that's
Done.
lit.
Done. Sweet.
Definitely gonna win.
Yeah, dude. Fouad, how good is AI though?
Oh, what do you mean? That's AI? You didn't design that yourself?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
So what I did is I took the picture of the supplements on my table. Obviously, you can see that, and then
Yeah.
I was playing around in Adobe and put the Hosstile behind it, and I was like, it just wasn't coming together. So then I took a screenshot of that, put it in Chat GPT, and I was like, can you just clean up like the light and the curtains
Yeah.
in the background that the black wouldn't cover, and then it popped this back out, and I was like, oh, golden.
Yeah. Dude, AI is the greatest thing ever. Well, actually, I should rephrase that. It's actually horrible, but it's good
Yeah.
for doing stuff like this
Yeah.
because
So
it helped me design paintwork for my bike, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's sick.
I took a picture of my motorcycle and I put it in there. I'm like, I want a cool paint job, and it fucking did it for me.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Anyways, back to the giveaway. I just approved the. I think I did.
Yeah, I think I just got the notification.
That's quite a
My
giveaway.
watch just buzzed. Actually, and I messed up the post, so I'll edit that. But we're also
RTDs?
going to throw in 2 RTDs too, because those came in early enough for the drop. I wasn't sure if they'd get here in time, but they did. So
Sour watermelon. Nice.
sour watermelon, and then what's the other one?
What do we got here?
sour
Sour gummy.
Sour gummy.
Man, I gotta try.
Fouad, I have to say, and I know I'm on prep, so like I know prep can like sway the flavoring of everything, but I'm pretty believing that it's great all the time. Your Silo 9 new flavors have been
Out of this world.
just an absolute treat.
Dude, we got a new manufacturer about 6 months ago. No, it's been about a year now. And they've been amazing to work with, and they're so good at flavoring stuff.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't wait. You know what's crazy about it is we're doing a V3 on our hostility.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be completely, I like to try and be as honest as possible.
Right.
I love all our products, and we do our best to make them as great as possible. But I think I like the V1 hostility better than the V2, and that's only because the V1 had teacrine in it, and I really, really love the way teacrine makes you feel.
Right.
It amplifies caffeine, so it makes your caffeine work better. and it actually helps with endurance. It gives like just a longer, cleaner feeling of energy.
Sure.
And the bad part about it is it tastes like absolute horseshit. Like it's so bitter. And we did our best to mask it, but one of our number one complaints for V1 was the taste. We were like, "Oh, it doesn't taste that great," and I'm like, the hardcore guys loved it because they're like, "Yeah, we know it tastes like shit, but it works so good that we don't care."
Right.
But unfortunately, in this world, if you want to sell product, it's got to taste good.
Yeah.
So we took it out of V2, but V2 never hit the same. So now with our new manufacturer and their ability to flavor things, we're putting tea cream back into V3
Nice.
Yeah.
with some other goodies, and I think it's going to be a fucking home run. So I'm looking forward to it.
How crazy is it that I have a original tub unsealed of the great bubblegum V1?
I do too.
Dude,
I'm probably
I'm treating it like gold.
Let's say it's a collector's item under a light. Yeah.
Bro,
You guys want to see something sick?
it's crazy to think that back in, we had that one, that came out in what, 2021, right? No, 2020.
2020.
2020.
Damn,
And then
6 years.
we had Bloodshot, the first round of Bloodshot, the label said serving size 1 scoop instead of serving size 2 scoops.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then I remember like taking, this would be like before I was signed by them. And I'm like, man, this shit's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you put a story out saying like, hey guys, like it's a misprint, try 2 scoops. And I tried 2 scoops. And I'm like, oh, this is lit.
Right.
But it's crazy to think though, back then when I was taking V1, I was 150 pounds. That was before I was with you. That was like right at Kufid during the lockdowns, bro. Holy
It's
cow.
crazy. It's like thinking of like I'm currently watching The Boys right now, and it's like it's like
I
the
was just gonna say,
it's like the super serum. Do you watch The Boys at all, Fuad?
No, people who tell me to watch it.
It's an Amazon show, and the original superhero like vial is called V1, and then the new current one that they're using in current times is V3. So hearing you guys talk about it in identical format to the show is hilarious. It's nothing like V1 was.
Yeah.
I got that shit hung up. That's crazy.
V1 though,
also-
that formula V1 was so good, man.
I think V3 is going to be better. We're changing some things around. I'm getting rid of Pico 2 as well. Pico 2, for people who don't know, is an endurance ingredient. It's mushroom based, so it's also got a nootropic effect. It's a really, really good ingredient, but I don't feel like it's that much better than beta alanine. People like it because you don't get the tingles with it and stuff like that, but majority of people don't mind the tingles from beta alanine. And it's easier to flavor. So we're going back to beta alanine with the V3 flavor.
Nice.
But yeah, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be really, really good.
So a lot of my market, because I work obviously in normal world, corporate world, a lot of my market has been trying like Bloodshot, and because I keep sharing on my story, the Bloodshot, 2 scoops of Bloodshot, the scoop of foundation, and a cap full of glycerol has me splitting in half. Like,
All together?
Dude, yeah.
Are you insane?
Yeah, hold on, dude. But my pumps have been absolutely fucked. And so I keep sharing it on my story over and over again. So corporate people that I work with are trying to do it.
Yeah.
And I am getting all these messages back like, I think I hurt my arm. Like he's like my skin is like splitting, and I'm like, yeah, that's a real pump though, because I've heard you guys talk about it, but like normal people don't know what like a real pump is. They probably have never had one, most people that work out because they're doing like so much volume. A lot of times you see people doing cardio the wrong way. They've never really had a pump. So when you give them all this pump product and they get to feel what that feels like for the first time. I had this guy at work who's lost like 13 pounds, and he comes in, he goes, I moved so much weight. I couldn't stop lifting. And he's like, and my chest was a balloon. He's like, my wife was like, what's wrong with your chest? And I was like, yeah, brother. And he's like, I have to take that shit all the time now. I'm like, yeah, welcome.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Most normal people, they're probably under eating, under sleeping, under hydrating. So it's going to be impossible to get a pump in the first place.
Right.
And then on top of that, they're probably taking something like,
C4. Sorry.
I didn't want to
I'll
mention
say
names, but they're probably taking something with like a fucking 6-gram scoop, right? Yep. Like it's got barely any ingredients in it, just flavored water. Yep. And how are they going to ever fill a pump? You got no food, you got no water, you're taking a shitty product.
Yep.
There's nothing to draw from, right?
Well, on
So
top
at
of
least
that,
so at least if you have a good product, then there's something to like
Yep.
bolster something in your body. You know what I mean?
and on top of that, it's flavored water with 450 milligrams of caffeine. So it's actually
Yes.
doing the opposite than a pump product would do.
Well, because most people, what I think the supplement industry people realized is most people are going to take the thing that they feel the easiest.
Yeah. Yep.
And what's the easiest thing to feel? It's caffeine, right? So if you just make this thing taste really good, you sprinkle a little bit of like beta alanine so they tingle something a little bit, their face tingles.
Yep.
And then you dump a load of caffeine in it, which is very, very cheap.
Right.
Now this person's flying through their workout, right?
Right.
So, I don't think those products are bad for some people because some people literally just want the energy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't want to drink a coffee. They'd rather just drink a energy drink or something that has caffeine in it. I don't knock those products for some people because they're like, they don't care. They worked a 10-hour shift at work and they just want to fucking feel some energy, right?
Right.
I mean, look, we kind of did that with Foundation, but we still have, like, Foundation is caffeine, but we also still have all your other
Yeah. I was gonna
ingredients
say.
that you need.
Yeah.
But it's not hostility, right? Like but then they go even further. They take out, what they do is they take Foundation and they take out all the endurance pump, strength products and leave you with just caffeine and flavor.
Or what they'll do is they'll be like, because in Foundation, like our 2 scoops has 8 grams of L-citrulline, but it's fermented.
Yeah.
Okay, so more bioavailable. We kind of
Right.
covered this last week because we had one of our listeners like ask us, hey, this is the pre-workout that I take. Can you like build on the podcast a Hosstile stack for me? So we did. But we saw the ingredient list of the pre-workout that they take, and it's a big, it's just a company, a big conglomerate supplement company that's owned by probably a billionaire that doesn't give a shit about anything
Right.
except market cap and margins.
Right.
And we were going through the formula, and it said in 2 scoops, it said 6 grams of citrulline malate. And
Yes.
I looked at that and I'm like, okay, most people are just going to see citrulline.
Yep.
They're not going to know the difference between
At all.
citrulline or L-citrulline that's fermented versus citrulline malate. And the malic acid literally has nothing to do with the blood flow or pushing blood flow, vasodilation. So it's like companies will take something like Foundation. Hey, that's a great formula Fouad created. Let's make it the same but have a higher margin on it because we'll just use half the amount of citrulline because we'll just add malic acid in there. You know, and regular consumers don't notice it. They don't understand formulation. They don't understand bioavailability of some of these ingredients. All that they want to do is, like you said, is they just want to feel. So
Well, they don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, once you can kind of bridge that gap or be the bridge of the gap of like education behind why products are formulated the way they are, that's when people like, who was it? It was
Sergeant Gardner.
Sergeant Gardner last week. Then he was like, oh, like I see where I'm making mistakes in choosing the products that I've been choosing.
So to that point, and I guess we can talk to you about it. Last week to that point, it was my old platoon sergeant. He texted us live on the podcast and was like, "Hey, I take these products from this company, but now that I see you're working with Hosstile, I want to switch all over to that. Can you give me the side by side similarities?" And so we actually pulled it up on the screen and like compared apples to apples and built him out a stack. And then we got a couple messages from that were like, "Hey, can you guys do a lot of comparisons so that everybody knows what the like the pre-workout match would look like all down the line?" So next episode, if you don't mind, do you care if we're comparing products side by side?
No, not at all. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, cool. Because what I wanted to do then was take like Foundation. If you're taking these 6 pre-workouts, you can switch over to Foundation. If you're more of like a this stim, or if you don't like any stim, you're obviously going Bloodshot, and we'll just do that and we'll build it out because we got a lot of people asking like what the conversions were.
And I'll be straight up. Like one thing that I really like that you asked that Devo, you're like, can we compare products? Back before I was with Hosstile in 2021, Fouad, you remember me and that light skinned dude Addy when I was in college?
Yeah,
Tall kid?
yeah.
We would
P Street.
make YouTube videos and we would make like reels comparing Bloodshot, Hostility, Intra R3 to other new popular brands out there. And this is before I had a code, this is before anything, and we were only doing it to show people, like, guys, these mainstream brands actually don't have good formulas or good quality of ingredients. No. And we were only comparing them to Hosstile solely because Hosstile just hit the market and it was paving its own way, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I don't know, that could have been one of the things that got me recognized from you.
You're like, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. The fact it was all of it. You were doing a lot back then. Like, people ask me all the time, how do I get signed by such and such a company? Everyone has their own metric, so I'm not gonna speak for any other companies. For us, though, when I see somebody who really gives a shit, and not like one post, like you were doing a lot of posts, and it was over a long period of time, and I was like, that's been like a year, man, and this kid's just going strong. So I was like, okay, obviously he cares. And obviously he really likes the brand. He's not just trying to like get a contract or get signed or get this or get that. And I was like, and he's really good at social media. So I'm like, I think this person would be very valuable to our company. And I didn't know you were going to turn into a 300-pound monster.
I was just going to say, and little did you know he was going to mutate.
Somehow it turns out that everybody I signed blows up. So I guess I saw it before it happened. That's all.
Does it come in the mail, or does it like? How do I like? Does it like? I'm waiting for my package to show up. The 300 pounds.
Just a box of Increlex.
I mean, it's funny. Look, I just did this just as a small just test here. I pulled up I just typed in pre-workout.
Yeah.
And the first one that popped up was C4 Sport.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up the ingredient list. And you can see there, it's just, there's creatine, there's caffeine, right? Well, first of all, you got these two vitamins, whatever.
Yep.
Then you got beta alanine at 2 scoops is 2,000 milligrams.
Yep.
2,000 milligrams is 1.6 grams. It's 1,600 milligrams lower than the clinical dose.
Yep. That's great.
Of beta alanine. So even if you take 2 scoops, you still don't get the clinical dose. Caffeine, okay, 300 milligrams, just about 5,000. At least they put 5,000 milligrams of creatine monohydrate. Super cheap ingredient again. Mm-hmm. Arginine, L-arginine on its own.
1 gram.
Probably not going to do too much, but whatever. And then they got some taurine to help you absorb a little bit of water. Beta alanine again down here. It's just like this is just the sorry. That's just the French. That's the French, not the Spanish. But that's it. That's the whole thing, right?
Ass.
1 scoop is what, 9 grams?
1 scoop of pre-workout is 9 grams. Okay, that's considered their cheap or economical or daily driver, whatever you want to call it. Pick up the foundation. Tell me what 1 scoop has or 2 scoops has in it. Sorry,
24 grams.
24 grams.
Yeah, crazy.
Like that's, if you guys want to know like a really quick, sorry, what's 1 scoop then? 12 grams?
12. Yeah, I was just gonna say
Okay,
even
so we
1
got,
scoop.
so we're 3 grams higher, which is quite a bit, right? So it's like, if you guys want to, if anybody watching wants to know a really easy way, like without knowing the bioavailability of stuff or how like ingredients synergistically fit together, if you want a really easy way of figuring out if you're buying a really cheap or shitty product, pre-workout wise, look at just the scoop size. That's a number one way indicator, right? If you got 9 grams, 10 grams, something like that, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's hard for people though. Like, I don't blame them. It's hard for people to get educated on all the different. I didn't know it. I was a professional bodybuilder. I didn't know it. Mm-hmm. So
do you think it's a cheap cop out too that they put milligrams instead of grams on there too to try and show more? You know, because you have all grams on there. You really don't. You have everything in grams.
Do I?
Yeah. You pretty much have everything in grams.
Well, some stuff's in there.
Yeah, except
for like the lower end stuff.
The sodium, the pink salt.
Yeah, but everything.
Yeah.
But they had everything in milligrams, saying like 2,500 milligrams of caffeine or creatine. You know.
I don't know if that's I don't know. You know what? Honestly, that might be just a Canadian thing.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like Canadian law that they have to have it that way. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say. I personally don't think that's a big deal. I don't know if that would like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would make
I've
somebody think that it's a lot more.
Well, I'm
I don't
saying
know.
like an everyday person at Walmart or Vitamin Shop, and they turn
Yeah,
around and they're like, "This one's got 3,500." I don't know what that means.
I see what you're saying. Just the only thing I don't know is Canadian laws are a little differently,
Sure.
different for the labels. So they might have been. It might have to be written that way. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But also sometimes too, when it comes to like choosing pre-workouts, dude, like from personal experience and just from like you, Devo, or my other athletes, you know, you're in contest prep and you like, you know, the fun stuff is in, you know, the orals are in, you know, you got the super draw, even though super draw you feel way more than like Anavar. No bullshit. Like when I'm in prep and I'm peeled, food's low, energy output is higher, you really do realize how important like your pre-workout is, because you get to a point where I don't feel the orals.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Like I'm training and I'm depleted and I'm gassed and I'm like I don't feel the Anavar. I don't feel the Winstrol.
Right.
I can visually see myself getting harder and looking like I'm on orals. But then once you start working out and you forget your pre-workout for one day, you're like, holy shit.
Never
Like
forget.
that does make a difference.
dying, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
just like how in contest prep, I mean, we had an ad running for a long time of me talking about Silo 9, and I was in prep.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. Like when you're in prep, and let's say your coach pulls out intra-workout carbs, and if you replace that with Silo 9 that has the electrolytes and the AAs,
helps
like,
a ton.
people, you don't realize how much you're losing through perspiration, through sweat, through breathing when you're training. And just like things, small things like that. You know, people may be like, oh, EAAs, waste of money because once you eat food, you're getting amino acids.
Yeah.
No, dude, like when you're training and you're depleted or you're training so damn hard, that's not just protecting the muscle, but you're also getting the electrolytes because you're training so damn hard. Even if you're not sweating a lot, your muscles are using electrolytes. So you have to replace it. Literally makes you train harder.
right.
Well, and you can't. And the other thing too is you can't. People say, well, I can just drink water. Well, I don't need electrolytes. The thing is, your body doesn't. Your body hydrates better with electrolytes than it will without electrolytes.
Right.
Because you'll just
So if you're
dilute
trying-
it more.
So if you're trying to super hydrate your body so that you can have a better workout, because obviously you're going to be stronger, you're going to have better pumps, all those things, every metric will be better on a hydrated physique versus a dehydrated physique.
Right.
So if you're trying to make sure you're hydrated and you're trying to make sure you're going to have the best workout possible, you want the electrolytes. Now, there's a whole bunch of people that are like, I don't need any of that shit. I can do it with coffee and fucking a banana, and pre-workouts are stupid, and so are intra-workouts, and so is proteins, all just fucking Listen, I get it, and they're not wrong. You can do it all without supplements. I own a supplement company, I'll tell you. You can do it all without supplements. But it's not about if you can do it. It's like, if I have the tools available to me that will make my life easier or better or more efficient, or even if I can train 1% harder than the guy I'm competing against because I have some caffeine, or I have a little bit of this, or I have a little bit better pump, so it's making me train harder, or maybe there's the creatine is making the muscle fuller, so it's making me feel a little stronger. Even if it's 1% better.
Something, yeah.
And that's why we say our company's not for the guy buying C4 necessarily. I mean, I want them to buy because I want them to feel what we feel. But our company's for, I say, serious lifters. Guys who are serious about their training, who want every single advantage. And when you go in there and train, if you're taking Silonine and you got the electrolytes and you got the aminos, you are going to train better if you're hydrated. If you're taking a pre-workout and you have some energy and you have some creatine, you have some beta-alanine, which is giving you a little bit more endurance to go harder on the last set than the first set, you are going to be better than the guy that didn't take any supplements. So it's like, I don't ever try and tell people you have to have it. I just try and tell people, if there's a tool out there that will, like, look, going back to our building shit in the garage.
Right.
If I have a manual ratchet, I can fucking still do the same shit as the power ratchet, right? But if I got a fucking gun that's gonna go bzzzt and put the fucking screw in that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it's not that you can't fucking do it. It's like, what is gonna make it better, more efficient,
Yep.
and it's gonna give me a leg up on the competition.
Clip that shit.
Great way to
Yeah.
put it.
Clip that shit.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating to me because I see comments all the time. It's just you guys are selling snake oil, and I'm like, listen, I'm not ever trying to tell anybody
Yeah.
you have to have protein powder. You can eat 6 fucking steak meals a day, and you will be awesome. You might even be better than the guy that had 2 shake meals a day. I've done off seasons where I had all food all year long, and no protein powder.
That's crazy.
But that's not always easy to do for everybody. And so if you got to hit a protein target that you can't hit with whole food, you got to add in a little protein. If you're traveling, it's easier to travel with protein powder. If you work a job and you can't always fucking pull out a fork and knife and have a steak. It's just about literally what it's called. It's just about supplementation.
Yep.
It's not ever supposed to take the place of any of those other things. It's just an add-on. And so I just think that's what we want people to try and understand. It's not that we're not saying that Samson became Mr. Olympia because he was using supplements alone, but they were a small piece of the puzzle that got him there. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Totally, dude. Totally.
Yeah.
So
Except for our clothing, that's not supplementation. It's mandatory. Buy it, bitches. that doesn't supplement shit. Buy it. On top of, actually, okay, before we move off supplements completely, I want to ask, is there any products we can look forward to in the future that you haven't released? And then we'll move off supplements because I want to talk New York Pro.
this is going to sound really, really stupid. For 3 years about now, I've been trying to get sample packs.
Fuck yeah.
I was
And
going to message you about that. That's crazy.
listen. One manufacturer, total fucking retard. They're out of business now. Promised it, didn't do it. Second manufacturer promised it, kept fucking delaying. And I'm like, dude, can you please put some powder in a fucking pack, man? It's
Yeah.
not that hard. Couldn't fucking do it. We no longer work with them. We are now with our current supplier. Finally got us sample packs. We are releasing Silo 9 and Foundation sample packs. Now that we have so many flavors, I feel like it's an easy way for people to be able to try the product without having to buy a whole tub. So like, they're going to cost $2 or $3 or whatever on the website.
Yeah.
So now you can buy like, let's say you like Silo grape, but you want to try all fucking 6 other flavors, you can just buy a sample pack of each one. And so that's not a super exciting thing for everybody. It's exciting for me just because I've been trying to do it for so long. But we finally got sample packs coming.
I would say that's exciting. That's crazy you say that because I was literally going to message you and I deleted the message. I was like, you're an idiot. Don't fucking message him that shit. But I was going to do it because I like I said, I work around a lot of normal people that do like to get into fitness. They just don't know where to go. And so I was like,
Sample packs are great.
even if us athletes could like get like a pack of 100 for cheap, cheaper than the standard. Because I have 180 employees who all are trying to get into working out and shit like that.
Right.
I could hand them out to so many people and be like, now that you've been hooked, we just gotta get you on the website. That's awesome. So I think that is super exciting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fouad,
So
that's actually really good that you brought that up because I just got a text yesterday from a show promoter. A couple years ago, we donated a bunch of Bloodshot and ISOs to the overall winners of the Midwinter Classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Matt is a huge fan. He actually had you guest pose one time at one of his shows like years ago. But he's a huge fan of Hosstile, me, you. He literally texted me yesterday. He's like, hey, let's talk about Midwinter Classic this year, about samples. Because I know last year it was like too short notice that Hosstile couldn't send anything out. He texted me that yesterday, like, hey, let's talk about getting stuff in the goodie bag. So that is so crazy. And obviously, like, he doesn't expect a free handout because he just wants to support Hosstile.
We'll do something.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Do you have a timeline for those?
They're at the warehouse already.
Oh, no
so
shit.
we should be dropping them like in the next week or two.
What about our electrolyte formula?
I was just going to ask about that too.
The hydration formula is done, and it's been in the final. I think it's in the final phase of sampling.
Nice.
I got like
Yeah.
I think I tried like 8 flavors. 2 of them were pretty good. The other fucking 6 were like, because the problem is our hydration formula has a fuckload of salt in it because that's what you really need.
Yeah,
right.
sodium.
I'm actually considering doing like a hydration and a hydration max because I don't know if normal people are going to want to drink
The max.
like what you really need. Because I think it's like 1,000 milligrams of no, it's not 1,000 milligrams. So I got to check the fucking numbers.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been sampling through the hydration formula, and I'm not ready yet. There's like, I don't want to drop it with just 2 flavors.
Are you like
So I
cross
gotta-
comparing? Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you like cross comparing it with like what the popular brands are? Right. I'm sure you are as like a businessman, but like Element and like all these ones
Yeah.
that you see all the chicks using all the time.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Well, I know Gatorade. So there's Gatorade. They make that hydration one. What's it called?
In the bottle?
Yeah. But there's one that's more. It's like an actual hydration.
I think it's just their Gatorade electrolyte. It just says like electrolyte. It's the square,
Yeah.
more square
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrolyte.
yeah.
Hydrolyte.
Those are
Hydrolyte,
fire.
yeah.
Those are
Yeah, that
fucking
one.
good.
You're right. That one's like, it's not great, but it's not bad.
Okay.
And then I tried Element. They have you obviously can taste. It's a little bit saltier. I always try and compare, but I want ours to be better.
Understood.
So like when I try ours, I'm like, okay, well, it's as good as Element and it's as good as Gatorade, but I don't really love either one of those products.
Right. I was more so asking for threshold of tolerance of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh no, that's not how we formulate. Is that how you're asking? Like, is that how we formulate?
Because no, because you were saying like the sodium is hard to like having that volume in there was hard to mask for
Yeah.
regular people. So I was saying
Right.
using that popularity of like Element flavor to sodium, where you can taste the
Yeah.
salt, the tolerance.
Well, that's what I'm
The
saying. Is
ratio.
like,
Yeah.
so Element has the proper amount of salt
Okay.
in their product.
That's what I was
Okay.
getting at. Yeah.
And I know kind of I know how good their flavoring is.
Sure.
And it's not awesome. It's like
Right.
No.
on a level of 1 to 10, it's like for me personally, it's like a 7.
If
Maybe?
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
As far as like what tastes really awesome and then like what's total
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a 7. So I'm trying to get to like 8, 9 at least. Everybody wants a 10, but when it comes to like masking that much sodium, I don't think it's ever going to taste like Kool-Aid. There's always going to be
No.
a give and take somewhere.
I've always had
So-
a question about that. Think about
Yeah.
this. We're talking about electrolytes, and we've been talking. I love talking about supplements and just like formulas and stuff.
Right.
And I know we're going to try to get off into more some bodybuilding stuff soon. Is it possible with formulation, okay, for 2 products, 1 an electrolyte formula, and 2 an intra-workout, to add something like glycersize to them? Like, let's say we take intra R3, add glycersize. Or in our electrolyte formula, let's say we made an electrolyte formula, that electrolyte max, that hydration max type thing, and added glycersize to
Pump
it.
to it. Yeah.
Well,
Is
The
that,
reason
is
you
that
wouldn't-
like possible?
So 100%. The reason we wouldn't do it in intra R3 though is because you want the glycersize before you train, not during, right? So I don't know if that one would make as much sense. The second one you mentioned is 100% possible. But then you're getting into pump territory.
yeah.
So now I'm saying, because the thing is, like, we have Bloodshot, which is like way too insane because it covers so many bases.
So good.
It's almost like an all-in-one minus stim, right? So we've considered doing a pump product that's more just pump. So what you're talking about, Nick, would be that. It would be like glycersize with a really good fucking hydration formula attached to it with like 1 or 2 other ingredients, like a nitrosogen or or an arginine nitrate, something like that. Now you have 3 or 4 ingredients. It's not that expensive, and it's like, this is for people who just want to fucking pump, right? That is 100% doable.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do is go, look, this is a hydration formula for it's for bodybuilders to add to their pre-workouts, but it's also for a whole bunch of different things like endurance athletes, hockey players, fucking guys on the football field. Like
Nice.
eventually it'll be the first formula might come out in tubs, but then eventually it's going to be in stick packs.
Sure.
So like
Nice.
guys who are out on the field or whatever can just dump it in a fucking
Water bottle.
a water bottle or something like that, right? So
Yeah.
the hydration thing is more like I want it to be a separate thing that runs
Yeah.
alone, that can be an add-on to
I was just gonna,
Sounds like an athletic.
I was just
thing,
gonna say, yeah, like I have a tub of like I use the Relight.
That's what I use.
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
one is decently flavored, but it's got the proper amount in it. I have a
Right.
tub of it sitting on the top of my office cabinet, and like I have like 7 people that take a scoop of it every morning.
Yeah.
because I told them all before you have all your coffee.
Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm such a little Nazi around like health and fitness. I'm like, everybody, make sure you get your water in before we have our coffee, and make sure everybody's got their supplements in. But people will come into my office and just scoop a scoop of electrolytes in because they're getting hydrated for the day. They're hydrating their brain. It's good for your brain, like good for your body. Yeah,
It's great for everybody. It's honestly, even if you don't fucking work out,
right.
being dehydrated is one of like the fucking unhealthiest things for the human body.
100%.
So honestly, it's got a ton of applications. That's why I want it to be just hydration, but that's also why it has to taste better, because the average person, like bodybuilders, are fucking meatheads. So like, they'll drink piss if you tell them it's going to give them a good pump, right? The average person is not like, the average person is not going to do that. If it doesn't taste good, they'll drink it once to try it, and then they're like, I don't want to fucking drink that anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
So
For sure.
So it's got to. So we're still working on it, but it's almost there.
One more, and then we're moving off. I swear. Energy drinks. Are you ever going to do energy drinks?
No.
Okay.
It's such a saturated market, and it's honestly, I can't say never, but honestly,
you're
man,
flavoring though. You're flavoring food. You're mine for flavoring.
dude, I know, but
With
like,
Nate's smack, we've talked about it a ton.
I know, but honestly, like,
yeah. I get it.
it's such another animal. Like, it's honestly, I'll tell you what. This is how it is. You actually need like another company.
Yeah.
It would be like a whole separate, like, Hosstile.
Well, if you want to
Because
fund
of
Dumbbells
how-
and Doobies energy drink, we can start working on it. We can start working on it over here.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. No, we did the RTDs, the pre-workout RTDs. Honestly, the drink market, man, I'm like, it's so crazy. It's another market altogether.
I totally understand. It's just your flavor profile is just dominant. So I know your energy drinks would be top tier.
One day.
Okay. I want to talk New York Pro while we have your bodybuilding mind on the podcast, because we had a great show yesterday.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me bring up internet again here.
Also, Fouad, thanks for going into all that, man, because I know that, like, I know how passionate you are about formulas and supplements and just about your business, your baby, dude. Like, I think it's really cool to have our listeners hear you talk about this stuff so in depth. So.
Yeah. I love it, man. It's awesome.
I appreciate it as well. Last week we've actually just been talking a lot of Hosstile on here, so that it's kind of like perfect timing to get you on and have like the actual mastermind behind it all kind of talk through it, because
of course,
the products you've been top tier. Anyways, okay, New York Pro. So here's our final four. Your first thoughts, I guess, Fouad, prejudging. Let's start there. Like, what was your first thought seeing the big boys come out?
I think try going to Gilco's page.
Gilco? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They might have a good video of like the comparisons. Just so we can look at like
I got you.
Good shots.
Some good shots of it. Go to Gilco's page. I know he's got a really good video of the classic top 4.
Okay.
No, I think it's probably past it now. I saw one video up there. There's one of Krizanek.
Man.
That's the classic, yeah.
Yep.
You guys want to start with classic?
We can start with classic. Yeah, I thought it was pretty controversial, but not in my mind. But I got some hate. I got some hate online for expressing my opinion.
So what was your opinion right off the rip, though? Like, what do people not like about it?
Well, I'm right there in the first comment.
Oh, wait. One Punch Dad is just too much when I go through a shot. Oh, yeah, I agree.
So if you go, can you start it over?
Yeah, let's click out of it and then start back. Okay.
Okay, ready? Once they move them, pause it after each pose, and I'm going to go through it for people.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
Please.
Yep. All right. Front double.
Okay.
Diego's in
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. The guy on the far left is
It's a great shot.
is too bodybuilder-ish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. If you look at his physique, he's kind of got a wider waist. He pulls a good vacuum, but a little bit wider waist. And it kind of throws off the whole physique if you look compared to the other three.
Yep.
The guy on the far right is a little better, but still, he's good. He's good a little bit. He needs a little bit more depth through the legs, chest, arms are a little bit flat.
Yep.
When I get to Diego, he's got good legs. He's got good waist, pulls a really good vacuum, a little bit flat through the chest. Arms aren't bad. And back frames the body pretty well, but they're kind of higher lats from the front.
Sure.
When I look at Niall, you see the overall structure. Just taller, more X-frame, small waist, great sweep to the legs, a lot of depth and distance, like from the lat down to the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
The lat frames the body really well. And he's got a longer, more squared off chest than Diego's got, kind of like that higher. There's not a lot of room showing in the chest. And then arms are good. So that's a front shot. And I think Niall wins that shot easily.
Yeah. It's such a clear X frame too. Like
Yeah.
when you look at it.
If you cut him in half and it just flipped it over with Niall, it's very like a 1-to-1 ratio symmetry.
Yeah.
It's very balanced. Everything, proportions as well. And also just the overall,
Size, yeah.
like the overall just depth of each muscle is insane. Like his muscle bellies are so thick and like round. If you pause there, now look, a lot of people got swept away by the detail in Diego's side leg. When you see the side leg, the quad is very big. The skin texture is very grainy. The separation between the glute, hamstring, quad is very deep. And that looks really good. And I'll give him that. But look at the rest of the pose.
Yeah.
When I look at Niall's side leg, he's got it kind of turned toward the judges a little bit, so you can't see the full thickness of it. But there's more balance between the hamstring and the quad. And then if I go to the upper body, his chest, shoulders, and arms are all bigger.
Yep.
And then you got the overall structure of him being taller, so he wins side chest.
Yep.
Look at this dude's hamstring.
That guy, honestly, if he had more depth in his chest
Yeah.
and was a little bit better in the back, he would have done better.
Sure. All right. I have.
See that right there where you stopped it? That's where people got swept away. Do you see
Yep.
the detail and graininess in Diego's side leg?
Yep.
When people saw that, they were like, "Oh, he wins the side chest." I'm like, "No. Look at the top half.
Right.
Look at the top half."
I know Niall said that they were posing his side chest differently as well in the New York Pro, compared to what he did it at how he did it at the Olympia. I kind of like it better at the Olympia. The side chest here, in my opinion, my eyes want to go to Diego. Not saying Diego wins it, but I kind of think Niall should go back to his other side chest pose.
You know what? I don't remember what the Olympia one looks like. I don't think it's bad. I think the only thing that's bad about it is that the knee that's facing, like the outside leg that's facing the judges there, the front leg, it should be turned over more so that you see how Diego's is almost like he's turning his knee almost to the back of the stage.
Yep.
Niall is pointing his knee kind of toward the judges almost. He's not turning it over his leg enough.
Yeah, so he could get a little more hamstring, maybe a little
Yeah.
more glute. Yeah.
It's just that the top half is just too much. Like I've already spoken to a couple of judges about this. Like they just,
It's huge.
yeah, it's just too much for him.
Now, would you say you were in the camp of Diego from the rear?
100%,
Yeah. Okay.
100%. But there's only one classic pose from the back,
Yep.
Right.
right? Like that's it.
What an
So yes,
impressive back double.
so from the back, yes, Diego's wider across the shoulders, much thicker through the back. The depth of his hamstrings is fucking crazy.
Yep.
The glutes insert a little bit lower. Diego's got this pose all day long. Guy on the far right, lower body looks absolutely immense.
Crazy.
Gnarly.
Crazy.
But
Fucking Asians, man.
if he had a back, like if his back was thicker, he'd be fucking he would have been first.
Lights out.
Like he looks insane, man. But Niall, if you look at the overall package, even though his back is not as good as Diego's, the overall package is very balanced. His conditioning is not the greatest, but is still not far off Diego's. And even though he's a little bit narrow through the clavicles, the lats are still thick through like the actual lat itself. So he's still very, very balanced, very, very proportionate. Everything fits together perfectly. Like, it's hard to ignore. So yes, I don't see him as first in this shot. He's definitely second. But that's only one pose.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not far behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. This dude's got some great muscle too.
He's got a ton of
He does
muscle.
need to go open, but that's
If that guy, you know what, it's just the waist. His waist kind of throws off the entire physique a bit.
right.
God, Niall was huge.
Niall is huge.
And look at just the thickness when he has his arms down.
Yeah.
Like when you can't see it here, but when he has his arms down next time we play it,
Yeah.
the fucking depth of his chest and delts, like the roundness and the thickness,
Yeah.
like it's something also that doesn't show through in video as much. But go. So if we look at this ab and thigh, Diego's got a great midsection. It's small,
Yep.
but Niall's got that thick, bubbly muscle, but also still has a narrow waist. And then the illusion or the X frame from the outside of the sweep to the inside of the waist is better on Niall. The lats also frame a little bit lower, like they're longer and deeper than Diego's are.
Yep.
So I give this shot to Niall.
Yeah. I agree. You can really see
Diego
those
pulls
lats.
a good vacuum, but the thing, if you look at the two vacuums, Diego's muscle disappears, Niall's abs still show through.
Love that shot.
Now, you notice on the classic shots, Diego's trying to show his back as much as he can.
Yep.
Diego knows he has a better back.
Right.
But I said this to me and Paul were talking. Paul was on the judging panel for the show.
Nice.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
right. I forgot.
Good for Paul.
Me and Paul were talking about this, and they always say shows are one for the back. That doesn't apply as much in classic. Like
Right.
in classic, you do need a back, but shows are kind of one more from the front. Like it's a show me type of class. Like it's not like open men's bodybuilding where like if you just have this immense like
flawless.
Like okay, I had the privilege of talking to a couple of judges, but the front lat spread, you see that Niall's doing right there?
Yeah.
You see the thickness of his chest?
Yeah, it's huge.
And his delts, his arms, his legs. That, believe it or not, is overpowering the like you should not get on your knees for your classic pose of choice.
Sure.
I'm not saying that's not a beautiful pose.
Right.
That's not the way to win the judges.
The way I look at it, when Diego went to his knees, beautiful pose, like you just said.
Yeah.
But standing, you kind of got to think about, okay, who am I going to hit this pose next to? Who's next to me?
Right.
Because Niall's so overpowering in that front lat, it makes, even though his posterior, Diego's posterior, is really strong, it just makes it shrinks him down. Because Niall's taking up so much space.
Wow,
that's
even
exactly
though it's a sick aesthetic pose, it literally turns him into a miniature version. Yep. And Niall's still 100%. There like, yo, motherfucker, I'm now 7 feet taller than you.
Right.
That's exactly right. You got a short guy who made himself even shorter.
Right.
And you got the guy that's got the bigger structure now standing there like a monster.
Yeah.
Right. We had Lance's coach on who works with John Jewett, and the thing he gave us for advice for new up and coming athletes in classic was your favorite classic pose. You should never face away from the judges.
No.
Yep. And that stands true like hardcore in this moment right now. Even at the pro level, people make that mistake. Like you said, everybody's you have to have a good back in classic. You're not going to make it far enough without a good back. So you need to show your aesthetics from the front, like
strategy
Niall is, yeah.
And look at Niall. He's standing there like a fucking statue.
Right.
Huge.
Right? And you get the guy that's supposed to be beating him is on his knees. yes, showing a great back, and yes, it's absolutely a beautiful pose. Like
Right.
the way the way he's put that together, I've never seen that pose. That's his pose. That'll forever be the Diego.
Right.
But it's not gonna win the show. You know,
Great for routine.
I was
Yes.
just gonna say, yeah.
When you're alone up there.
You would think if it's a nail biter too, you'd be doing everything to get like exactly to what Niall's doing to try to like win them over.
Right. So
and he tries to here, but you know what? Niall just
Doesn't
says
work.
nope,
Yep,
too late.
Too late. You were already on your knees. You bowed down a second.
God, Niall's quads. I just can't get over how much density he's got in those legs.
So that was a 1-point decision. So do you think it was that close, or do you think it was a little?
It's funny when people say that in bodybuilding. You think
Yeah.
it's a scorecard like a basketball game, right?
Right. Yeah.
A 1-point decision doesn't necessarily mean it's not like a nail biter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, Diego is very good. And yes, Diego is not far off of Niall.
Right.
But it was overwhelmingly Niall's show.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like
That's a good way
it's
of
the only
putting
way it's the only way I can put it. It's like
Yeah.
he was decisively the winner, even though Diego was a very close second.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Actually, it's a whole different ball game.
Here we go, baby.
Do you want to? Does he have a video of the top 4 before we go into just the top 2 so we can see?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, just do the top 2, I guess.
Yep.
Let's see the boys.
All right. So you get to the front relaxed.
Tonio.
Yep.
The first thing that stands out to me, I don't know what stands out to you. I'm interested to hear what you guys think, but the first thing I see is obliques.
Yep.
I don't know why. When I look at the two guys, the first thing that just glaring in my face
Yep.
Yep.
is Crizzo's obliques are throwing this shot off
Yep.
Yes.
because he's got monster quads, right?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, and they're peeled.
He's got very wide shoulders. The lats are a little bit high from the front, so they don't frame the body awesomely. But the lats would probably look better if the obliques didn't kind of stick out a little bit.
Yep.
So the obliques are taking away from the sweep, and they're taking away from the shoulder width.
Yep.
And that's why I gave the shot to Tonio.
I was gonna say, and
completely agree.
you've got like that setup, and then you're going against a guy in open that has one of like the best structures of like.
Well, he's got
ratio.
he's got the opposite things. He's got he's got a super wide sweep. He's got no obliques. He's got lats that have a lot of
just
depth.
hanging.
A lot of depth and that hang underneath, and he's not extremely wide, but for his structure,
It works.
wide enough.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
Even though Crizzo has a different structure than Nick Walker, look at his quads. That sweep
Yeah.
does start very low with his quads too.
yeah.
You
it
know,
does.
I wouldn't
got-
say
Crizzo's
as
got
low
great
as
legs.
Nick Walker's, but like it's still low. But also
his-
it doesn't help the oblique where it comes up into the hip. You
Yeah.
see his trunks, and then it juts out 2 more inches to the side where his obliques start.
yeah.
Like the quad shape and structure doesn't mask the X frame enough to hide the obliques.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, you can see
right.
his obliques from the rear when he does his back poses. Like they
Yeah.
stick out like a shelf, which we'll
Yeah.
see in a second here. But anyways,
Tonio's so impressive.
so impressive. My wife goes, "It looks like he's wearing shoulder pads." It does look like that.
The front double bicep, honestly, I would say the same thing.
Yep.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's
And
great.
yeah, I can't even
beautiful.
I can't even say anything different. It's the same
Same setup.
to me. To me, it's the same problem.
Yep.
Yep. I will say his arms look absolutely.
I mean,
phenomenal,
Crizzo's just
too.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Can't get past it.
Nope.
They said-
And again, this is kind of like the Niall Diego situation. It's going to be a 1-point fucking difference,
Yep.
Yep.
but when you look at it, it's kind of overwhelmingly Tonio's. Like it's decisively Tonio's win, in my opinion.
Right.
But Crizzo is right there, shot for shot.
Not gonna lie, man, Crizzo's chest here looks
I was just
thicker.
gonna say,
That's
would
not.
you-
I don't know. I don't know if this pose is finished for Crizzo. Oh, it is.
Oh,
No,
there
it
it
is.
is. Yeah, that's
it there, I think.
That's
Yep.
crazy. man.
Crizzo's chest is so wide and thick that it kind of makes Tonio's
I did
look
hear.
less.
I did hear that they made them do this pose an extra time because they said it was close between the two.
Well, I was going to say I could give this shot to Crizzo,
Right.
because even though the lats aren't sticking out as much, which I would give to Tonio, he's hiding his obliques. He's able to hide the obliques with the fists, right? So then everything else looks better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arms look huge.
That line across the top, it just looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, what I
Tonio's
what I would give to have
symmetrical.
Tonio's
Yeah,
fucking physique.
he's fucking crazy, dude. Great side chest.
So this is
Side
where
chest is
Not a fan.
Crizzo's chest there looks huge.
Side
Can I-
chest.
can-
Say what you're going to say, Nick. I'm curious.
Going over
Not
to Tonio here. I think backside shoulder should be elevated a little bit more, and he should kind of bring that front side shoulder down just a bit. But if you look at his hand position of that front side shoulder, it's in a neutral position. And it's in a neutral position because that's coming from shoulder rotation of internal rotation. And I think he's doing that to get his rear delt to pop. But look at his fist. You shouldn't be hitting his side chest with your fist internally rotated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it throws it off because now it's just looking like a hammer curl instead of a good, comfortable side chest.
where this is sitting
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you were going to say?
I wasn't going to be that detailed about it, but yeah.
Hey, there's
No,
a reason I get
no.
paid the big bucks.
No, what I was going to say is the first thing that sticks out to me is Tonio doesn't look comfortable in the shot
Right.
because he's kind of it almost seems like he's uncertain where to put that elbow. He's pulling his arm too far back. And it's also too high, so it's not really showing. It's kind of making him look crunched together and also covering his stomach. So I can't see any of that. And if we're looking at the physique itself, the hamstring's not really balanced with the quad.
Yep.
That's kind of throwing it off for me too. If I look over to Crizzo, that kind of all looks like a really, really nice pose. His
Really
hands,
nice shot.
hands are in the right place. If you see, it's kind of the opposite of Tonio. You can see most of his obliques. The chest, the shoulders are kind of wide open, not scrunched together, so the chest looks better. And then if you look at the leg, the knee is turned all the way over, not like Tonio's. Tonio's kind of facing the judges there with the knee.
Do you like how Crizzo's far side shoulder is elevated up a little bit?
It depends on the guy. That's some guys yes, some guys no. Some guys hit that well. I think with Crizzo, it looks really good.
Me too.
Some guys I don't know if I always like it. But on that pose on that guy, I think everything he's doing is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it looks great.
And I really like the balance between the hamstring and the quad.
I give this shot to Crizzo
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Crizzo's got one. Would you give him the front lat or no?
Maybe,
Before we move on.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a maybe.
Okay.
He could be that. Like it's like I talked to Paul, and this one was a really like highly debated 1 and 2.
Okay. So if you were judging this right now, obviously Tonio has the front double and
If I was judging this front double front lat would be Tonio's.
okay, gotcha. All right. Then we're on the same page.
Wow.
Back double, I give Tonio all day long.
Crizzo always year after year struggles to get into it.
Crizzo
Shoulders.
is like struggling through the shot a little bit. The legs don't look like they're in the perfect place.
Right.
And if I'm not nitpicking, if we're just going to say blanketly what the first thing is, it's just the back. The back, he looks like he's almost facing forward, so I can't really see the back altogether. But even what I can see, like the lats don't look like they have any depth. It looks like it's a lot of rhomboid and mid trap, upper trap. The arms look incredible.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Thickness of the fucking calves is crazy. If I'm looking at the overall shot and the perfectness of it, it's really hard to ignore Tonio, man. Like that's a really balanced shot.
Flawless.
Not only like we're talking about Tonio's symmetry.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thickness, completeness, bubble. Let's go over to Crizzo. Crizzo's got the mass, obviously.
Right.
But look at his left shoulder versus his right shoulder. His right shoulder,
Yeah.
you can see his front delt. His left shoulder is so damn tight that it's
Yeah.
internally rotated, and he can't rotate it enough. And then if you come down from that left shoulder, look at how just balled up his lat is compared to his right.
Look at how much of the tricep you can see, right? Like he's not rotating his arms back at all because of how he's so bound up.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it hard to hit the pose. Like Sasan has that problem. If you Sasan Harati, I don't know. I don't remember if it was because of a shoulder surgery or what, but he has trouble rotating back with his shoulders, and that it has the same problem that Crizzo has here. I believe Crizzo had shoulder surgery last year or something like that, didn't he?
Yep.
2 years
And he
ago.
tore his pec, didn't he? Or something?
yeah.
Tore his bicep?
Or-
tore something.
Anyway, the whole point is,
Yeah.
it's just if you look at the two poses, it's not. I personally don't think it's hard to see that Tonio is almost like perfectly balanced and looks like a statue there.
Right.
Conditioning is terrific from the back too.
This is tough.
I got Tonio by
It's
a
a
mile.
it's like it's a little better for Crizzo, but I still don't
Tonio,
think it's.
Yeah.
Dude, like
Look at how complete
I mean,
that is.
it's really hard to ignore that, man. Like can you pick out a flaw there, Nick?
In Antonio, no. But I was more so saying this is tough in terms of Crizzo closes the gap from the posterior a little bit more compared to the
Yes.
back double.
I
But
agree.
I would still obviously give the pose to
Yeah,
Tonio.
yeah.
Because
I think we all agree.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's
I
much
just
you
can't
can
believe
argue
how
there.
complete Tonio is from those traps all the way down to those erectors.
And he's probably only giving him a little more of his run because he can actually get in the pose. His back double, he can't get into it.
I'd give Tonio this one too, just from the obliques.
Hold on now.
I'm gonna be honest.
This is tough.
I
The
look at
delts
the
of
leg.
Crizzo I can definitely see, and with the
Stride.
size of the legs, yeah, and his trap.
If I'm looking, if we're gonna look at let's look at physique first and then the pose.
Okay.
If I'm looking at physique, the bottom half I'm in with Crizzo all day long.
Yeah,
Right, that hamstring drop with the quad
huge.
is just the balance there is too nice. If I go up to the arm, the delts are more separated from the arm. The arms are just as big, maybe bigger on Crizzo. I think the way he's posing, and I know we're talking about physique, but the way he's posing is showing more of his chest. Like Tonio has to rotate that front shoulder back, right? He's got it leaned forward, and it's almost crunching that chest together.
Yep.
Whereas Crizzo's got that shoulder pulled back, not enough, but more so I can see more of his chest. And he's doing a good job of controlling the midsection.
Yep.
So for me, I think I kind of give this to Crizzo.
I would agree.
I see. Yeah,
I
they fully
thought
those
he
shots?
won both side poses. Yeah.
they both fully are in their shots. Yeah, he didn't turn. Yeah, you're right.
Do you think it's because he's blowing down probably to bring his abs so hard out?
Well, the fact that he's rolling that shoulder forward and it's crunching his chest together and pushing his whole upper shelf downward
Yeah.
is pushing his waist out.
Sure.
Like if he just would rotate that shoulder back,
Yeah,
it would help lift his body up, which would allow him to maybe pull the stomach in like Crizzo's doing.
Sure.
Literally the exact same
the side
cue that
chest,
you gave
yeah.
to Keaton the other day when he did a side try.
Yes.
I didn't mind how Crizzo tried to hide his waist by planing a little bit.
Oh God, that
it's-
doesn't look good, dude.
It's tough, but
That's a really weird midsection.
it's so weird.
it's tough to do when you're next to Tonio. Too.
Am I off by saying like that's kind
tried-
of like a power lifter's midsection?
He tried to plane it. You
No,
see?
it's like you know what it's Nick. It's like a very short, wide midsection.
yeah.
Like when you look at that, look at the top of his trunks to where his chest starts. It's just not very long. It's very like it's a short area.
And you see his the structural issues with his lats too now because go from
Yeah.
the hip all the way to the shoulder straight line.
Yep.
Yeah, I would. I don't like the way he's hitting that shot. I think I know why he's doing it, but I don't think it's helping him. I give this shot to Tonio all day.
All
Yeah.
day. Crizzo's quads though are just phenomenal.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he tried to plane it semi just to cut that width off.
And we have the last one, which we know is going to go to
Yeah.
Crizzo, right? Like that's
Yeah.
obviously a Crizzo. He's going to walk away with the fucking most muscular, no problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how many poses that is. It's like 4-3, I think, or something like that. Or, yeah, two of the side shots I give to Crizzo,
Yep.
and the most muscular.
I just want to get your take on Rafa real quick. How do you think Rafa did? Because some people are arguing he should have gotten compared to the top two a couple more times.
No,
No.
very different.
Okay.
I have honestly, people get mad at me because they're like, "Oh, you don't like Brazilians," and I'm like, I don't.
I
it's-
love Brazilians.
People always think there's like this secondary bias or something behind all my. I don't have any fucking. I'm just looking at the physiques, man. The conditioning is not where it needs to be.
Right.
Okay. He's
You
still
can really see
behind.
that.
And on top of him being behind body fat wise, he's also flat.
Right.
It's like just nothing is popping. There's still a level of body fat covering his entire physique that needs to come off. And the fact that he's not full is making it look worse.
Right.
So like all the separation, look at all the separation between the delt and the arm. It's not there. It's like very shallow.
Right.
Like the separation, like yes, there's some feathering in his quads, but he probably has that in the off season. But like to see the skin texture over the chest and the abs, it's very like it almost looks a little thicker.
Right.
That he still has like another 2 weeks of dieting.
He's a little muddy too.
You know
some
what?
of his front poses.
That's the hard part about a live stream too, because I will say the live stream made it look a little different when they were all standing next to each other. But when you see these Gilco shots, it really does expose everything when you have.
Well,
it
this is
like-
why this is why I try to always preface everything, and
Right.
I didn't say this before we started, but I should have. But it's very hard to judge a show unless you're sitting there,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Because
Right.
everywhere. Because do you notice what you just said? Like it looked better on one thing, and now when you see Gilco, that's because Gilco's using like an 8K camera.
Right. Right. So you can see.
Well,
everything.
imagine now sitting there; it's going to be even better, right? So it's like, yeah, it's very hard to judge a show, man.
Last but not least, Ali, what's that?
Ali and Advan.
Yeah. Yep.
Ali's just too perfect, man. His fucking
Yeah.
physique looks like somebody drew it
Yep.
in like a fucking
Lights
out
up
of a,
from the front.
yeah, like if you were drawing like what a perfect physique's supposed to look like, that's what you would draw.
Right.
And then he's made some improvements from the back. So even though Advan's a little bit better from the back, I still think, I just think Ali's better, man.
Yeah.
Even though Edvin's a little thicker from traps down through the erectors, down through the lats, Ali still has more detail.
Yeah.
Even though he's lacking thickness, the detail makes up for it. But the front
That
is
front
so
shot
damn
is
strong.
So good, bro.
They've
Right.
got similar front poses in clavicle width, but midsection is so strong with Ali.
It's phenomenal.
It's just when
crafted.
people say look at how clean the lines are.
Yeah.
He is a perfect example of that. When you say, look how clean the lines are, look at the lines
Yep.
in his midsection versus the lines in Edvin's midsection. Do
Right.
you see how cleanly and clearly defined they are?
Yeah.
That's what people mean when they say they have, so a guy has clean lines.
Yep.
It just looks like somebody drew it.
Right. Looks razor sharp.
Yeah, he looks
like
fucking
someone
awesome.
actually took a razor and etched it in there.
Aren't you glad I'm not in men's physique anymore, Fuad?
Actually, I have a newfound love for men's physique now.
Bro,
So
I'm
maybe-
telling you, bro. It's,
You should go-
I still love it.
You should go back. You should go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a client compete yesterday, but I met with him on Thursday to do some posing at the gym, and we were just like fine tuning things. And he's a tall guy; he's 6'3", and I was literally hitting men's physique poses, shirt off, with him. And low key, I'm like, you know what? Even though I probably get second call outs because I'm way too big, like part of me wants to do it again.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Crazy.
Do it.
It'd be funny,
You won't
wouldn't
fit
it?
any board shorts.
What
though.
weight class? What's your weight cap?
242. Yeah.
You can get down to 242.
Yeah, you could probably. do
I
that.
could, yeah, but I'd have to lose. I'd have to sacrifice my legs because that's what we did to go pro. Is like I had to lose tissue quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like Fouad, my
Crazy.
first show in 2024, I was 245 on stage. And then when I turned
When
pro,
are you going to compete again? You fucking lazy ass.
I got lazy ass.
You gotta get
Shit,
his-
these are fighting words.
We need him to get big.
Yeah, I got it. I'm still growing right now, man. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, I've spent tons of time around you and Samson and me and Samson together. Like, look at photos of me and Samson when we're together. We're not posing. Like,
Yeah, but
I'm
dude,
taller than
you're-
Samson, and I'm comparable in like stature.
Yeah, but you can't
size.
compare yourself to fucking Samson, dude. Samson's
that's
the best in the world.
I know, but I've spent so much time with him that I always do subconsciously.
Yeah, that means you're never going to get on stage because you're
No,
never
I'll get
gonna
on
look
stage.
Samson.
Let's get him to 330.
In my mind, this in my defense, it's-
To look like Samson, you have to be born with a certain amount of that, right?
Yes. Like I'm not delusional. Like it's more so for me. It's like I look at it, I'm like, I'm this tall. I know I can get to that weight. I know I can get to the dense, not structurally look like Samson anywhere close to Samson, but it's more so it's not a net negative for me. It's a net positive because I'm grateful that ever since like being with Hosstile, spending time around you, Shire, Samson, Nick, Ben, like all these guys. I love the fact that from a very young age, I spent a lot of time around you guys so that I'm not delusional, so that I am like, this makes me work so much harder. Like when I train, Fouad, I think about two things, and I'm not trying to sound corny, but when I train, I think about that I'm training with you, and I think about training with Samson. Because every time I've trained with Samson or you've been in the gym, it's just nonstop intensity. Yeah. And knowing that's what got you to where you were, and that's what got Samson to where Samson was, it's motivating for me. So like I'm not trying to look like Samson or compete once I get to Samson's weight. It's more so like I get motivated even more that I've been able to be around such legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My point to you was, and first of all, thank you for saying that. But what I was trying to say to you was, if you're never going to compete until you feel like you're kind of like Samson, then you're never going to compete. And I don't mean that by the fact that you could never get there. I mean that by the fact that it's like when I wanted to compete as a pro, I did the Montreal Pro in 2007, and I was like 238 pounds, 240 pounds, which was like 20 pounds lighter than I was when I, won a couple shows. So I'd put on, I still was a lot smaller than I should have been. But like you got to get on stage and see where you're at, right?
Very similar to what we were talking about with fixing things. You got to fail to sometimes get level up.
Right. So like when you're on your journey to being a good pro or amateur, you don't know what you know until you know it. Mm-hmm. Right? So like you can say like, "Oh, I know I got to be like Samson." Okay, cool. But until you get on a fucking stage and stand next to some other open class bodybuilders, you don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't know if you're fucking last in the league or if you're in the top 30 or if you're in the top 20 or you're top 50. Like you don't know what your fucking standing is. So you got to stand next to some guys and go, "All right, I kind of know where I belong."
Yeah.
And it kind of recenters you, reframes you. Yeah. You can't just I run into bodybuilders all the time, man. Like there are people that I meet that have the physiques to be great pros, but don't have the mindset because they're like, I'm just waiting until I'm like I can build this or I can build that. And I look at their physiques and I'm like, you could turn pro right now, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. But they are like, no, like this isn't big enough or that's not big enough, and they just like they're waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're fucking waiting. And I'm like, you're never gonna get there.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking waiting. I know that's not you, Nick. I'm just saying like that's the extreme of what we're talking about, right? Like
I know a very good example of what you're talking about, who you're talking about, because I've came across many people like that.
Yeah, you have to, of course, as a coach, for sure, you know people like that, right? Mm-hmm. There are people who are like on the other extreme, where they're like, I want to get on stage right now. I think I could turn pro, and I'm like, you fucking can't even win, the Winter Classic at some fucking natural show. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But it's like the two extremes, right?
Yeah.
And you got to find out where you are in that, and then try and counterbalance it.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like if you're on the side that's like, well, I used to train with Samson and look at Samson, and like, no, you need to just go, I'm Nick, I'm a pro, I know what my physique looks like, I know what it needs, but I wonder what it looks like standing next to some fucking guys.
Sometimes I think it's kind of like a blessing and a curse for me sometimes, where like nobody else has done it in the sport, where like people have gone from men's physique to classic to open back to classic. Nobody ever stays in open if they started in men's physique. Okay.
Right.
For me, it's a huge goal of mine. Like not just a goal to say it, but like I have just a passion of like, you know what? I turned pro. Like I'm a pro for a reason, but I have put on so much size since turning pro that I can do open. Like I can
Yeah.
I can literally skip a division
Yeah.
and do open. And for me, sometimes I'm like, yo, I have the ability to do that. I have the genetics to do that. I have the work ethic to do that. But sometimes it can be a curse because, I mean, I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but I'm the biggest motherfucker in the state. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And
But-
whenever I go to
But
events,
but that doesn't matter.
right. But sometimes I'm like, I love being around big dudes. Like I need to pause.
Motivates the shit out of you.
No.
But like,
No,
I
Dan,
love
no.
the fact that I whenever I'm traveling or I'm training with other pros or other guys, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I got to reach that level of mindset, and sometimes it does hinder me, but it's more of a net positive when I look at it at the end of the day.
Okay. Couple things.
Yes.
And somebody else said this to me. Keaton said this to me.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I'm the biggest guy in my gym, and sometimes it's hard to like realize what I got to do and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter if you're the biggest guy in your gym. Like,
Right.
I was the biggest guy in my gym. I'm just the biggest guy in my fucking city. Like,
Yeah.
but I come from a city of 200,000 people. Who gives a shit?
Right.
The blessing of having magazines. I used to rip the fucking pictures out and I'd stick them on my fucking wall in the office or at the fucking, at the fucking in the kitchen or in my bedroom, whatever. Like, I'd have pictures up, so you can't always see, right? So I'm like, who gives a shit if you're the biggest guy in fucking some tiny ass city? Nobody cares. Or if you're the biggest guy in your gym, nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. You have to always have that thing in your mind that, like, okay, like you said, like I train with Samson, I know what it's like.
Right.
And that's what keeps you growing.
Yes.
But every once in a while, you have to like check yourself. Like, where am I?
Test the waters.
Yes. Like, you've been a pro for a couple of years now. You weigh 300 pounds. If you're waiting for your arms to be 24 inches around or your legs to be 40 inches around, you could be waiting 5 more years. Like, sometimes it's good to hit some checkpoints. Like,
Yeah.
instead of having a goal that's like, well, I want to be top 3 in my first open show, maybe your goal should be like, hey, I want to be top 10 in a show. I want to go see if I can crack the top 10 in any show. I just want to get on stage and I want to see if I can crack the top. I want to see, am I shit? Am I like, is all this size I put on, is it fucking useless when I get shredded? I want to get shredded. I want to know what it looks like. And I want to know what it looks like standing next to some guys in New York or in Detroit or whatever. Like, I want to get on fucking stage and I want to see what it looks like. Sometimes it's important to do that because it can reset your mind, because you haven't been on stage for what, 2 years now?
Yeah, just about. In July, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, well, a lot's changed in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Right.
put on almost 90 pounds.
Let's do a WWE
Right.
promo.
Right.
Me next year, Detroit Pro, July.
And then by the time you do step on stage, it's going to be another year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like 3 years now. So you got to, like, instead of waiting until you feel like you're as good as Shire or Walker or Sampson, instead of waiting for that, sometimes it's good to just get on stage and go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I can hang with all these motherfuckers.
I do
Or-
want to say that's definitely where my mindset is at, like with what you just said. I've seen so many different people over the years. I mean I've been full-time coaching since 2021. Didn't start out coaching pros, obviously,
Yeah.
but I started out coaching a lot of people, and a lot of people that were delusional as well too.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the process of the off season. Like, I really enjoy growing and seeing, like, still taking my check-ins every week in the off season, sending them to my coach. And in my mind, I've dealt with so many delusional people, but also try to help mentally coach people through the I'm going to wait until I'm ready type approach that I really I've ingrained it in my head that that's not what I'm doing. Sometimes it may sound like it, though, like when I said, like, I'm trying to get as big as Samson is. Like, it sounds like that, like I'm waiting, but more so, it's more so hey, I've got a gift that I can put on a lot of fucking weight really quickly, and I don't have to use a lot of drugs. And I love that. I'm going to just sit here for as long as I need to get to a position where I can be like, you know what? let's test the waters now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm at that position yet of let's test the waters yet.
I know, but Nick, so off seasons are great.
Yeah.
And off seasons are like there's a level of focus, and you are definitely a hardworking person that has that level of focus.
Yeah.
But there are degrees of intensity that you'll have through your entire career, right? And I don't care what anybody says. There are like, if you did a show right now, let's say you did a show next month, right? And you took 15th in that show. You would be in the off season again, but your off season would be 5 times better.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So you can sit in this off season that you're in right now for the next 5 years. And you're like, hey, I'm doing my check-ins. I train my fucking ass off every day. I'm eating all my meals. Fuck you. This is a good off season. Sure it is. But if you compete tomorrow and you took 15th, that off season would have the same, you'd be doing all the same things, but it'd be 3 times higher.
Yes.
The
100%.
level of focus and attention and the level of intensity in your training would also be higher, because you'd be like, oh, now I know I'm way the fuck back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Or if you took top 5 at a fucking show or top 3, the level would still be higher, because you'd be like, oh, I'm actually pretty good. I could fucking look how close I got to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yes, you can have off seasons that are like, I'm checking all the boxes, but those boxes can be checked at a much higher degree if you have like a newfound a foundation for where you're at.
Totally.
Right?
And I think
So
I hear that, and I really, what I thought of right away when you said that was, you can check the boxes. You can find new boxes to check, but sometimes the quality of checking the boxes is not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. The intensity of your training, man, is like it's just different, man. When you get different motivation, I know people say motivation's like, and I'm the one I think who started that whole fucking thing is, it's not motivation, it's discipline. I don't believe that anymore. When I look back at it, yes, discipline is the most bedrock foundation of everything we do. But motivation is real.
Yeah.
If like when you can have different types of motivations. Like if you get last at a show, now you have a reason to prove yourself, and your fucking motivation is even crazier.
Yep.
And if you take second at a show, now you're like, fuck, man, I almost won. I'm that good. Now your motivation is even higher. So that is a real thing. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate that a ton, dude.
Anyway.
You got us all fired up. We're all
Yeah.
gonna go work out after this. We're gonna have a fucking killer lift today.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot, man.
I'm gonna go out there and be like, I got something to prove.
Fouad said motivated. No, that's.
Fouad, sign me.
I think it's very true though, because we talked about it. There was a show that happened this last week, and there's some clients we know that were in it, and we talked about that though. Prep in itself is a different level of motivation. It teaches people whether they got it or not. So at all levels, whether it's amateur or pro, sometimes just doing a prep will teach you whether you got it or you don't, and what it takes to do it or not, and what the gaps are. And if you don't learn that throughout that prep, then you're probably not built for the sport. So we'll wrap it up. It's Sunday. Give you your time back. You've been on for 2 hours now, so thank you. Appreciate you a ton. Can you give we always do the final thoughts, some final thoughts for the listeners?
I just rambled for 2 hours. I have no final thoughts.
One last final. Son of a bitch.
Well, listen, I'll say this. I'm proud of you guys, man. You guys started this thing. How long has it been? 100 episodes?
Yeah.
So this is our season 2 100. So we're 210 episodes ish in.
So you guys been on for 2 or 3 years now? How long?
3 years.
3 years. That's a big deal, man. Like it's like, people start podcasts and they come and go all the time, and it's not easy for people to have the consistency and drive to keep doing this thing week in and week out for 2 or 3 years. So honestly, man, you guys should give yourselves a big pat on the back. It's like it's a big deal that you guys have kept this thing going strong and are making.
Thank you so much.
Growing it the way you are.
I remember very, very vividly, like it was yesterday. I remember we started the podcast, and then on a bro chat one day, you shouted us out. You shared your screen. You're like, Nick Justice and his buddies started a podcast, and you were just it's cool to see how far we've came since then.
Yep.
You know, and like you didn't have to shout us out at all.
Huge motivation.
You know, but at the end of the day, like we've taken the entire reason we started this podcast was not to be another bodybuilding podcast talking about drug cycles and training and calling out bullshit in the industry. It was literally to be like, yo guys, we're humans too. We like talking about comics. We like talking about nerd shit. We like maybe
just down.
borderline riding the cancelable train when we're ranting about shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like we also have drawn a lot of inspiration from you and what you've done. So, I mean, dude, you keep paving the way, and we'll keep following right behind you, but doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Listen, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's an honor to be on for your second 100. And I wish you guys a few hundred more. So I hope you guys keep doing it.
Appreciate
it. We got season 3 coming up here, so make sure you guys enter into the giveaway. So follow Hosstile Subs, follow Dumbbells and Doobies. Make sure you share the post on your story, and then comment your 2 flavors. Thank you again, Fouad. Hey, I just want to say the RBP news, dude, has been so fucking cool. In a world of terror and craziness, everybody's like, how do you stay locked in? I'm like, I switched my news source up. I listen to Bro Chat. I listen to a couple other podcasts, and then I make sure I listen to my daily bodybuilding news with you.
Is it good? Because I'm still like I don't know if I should keep doing it.
We love it, dude.
Fouad, huge fan.
Yeah.
Every day.
Huge fan. Every single day. When I get to like because I work in a corporate setting, you know, I get my lunchtime walk in, get my steps, and I come back, I do forecasting. I always put you on, and so I can listen to what's going on in the bodybuilding news, listen to you and Suki ramble about some things, and it keeps me then connected. So when I come to this episode, I'm like, okay, at least I heard everything that happened in bodybuilding this week, and I can tailor the episode to it. So really appreciate what you're doing there. I think it's awesome content.
Just a word of encouragement for you too with RBP News.
Yep.
You can only watch so much Nick's Strength and Power and just takes, and I'm not, he's the OG of it, okay? Like, he started it all.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched an episode of his in months now because it's the same cliche questions. Is this person going to do this? Is Phil Heath going to come back and compete again? You know, it's the same bullshit. What I think like you bring to the table with RBP News with Suki is the athlete's perspective. You've actually done this shit. You know what goes through guys' minds. So, like, dude, I know it may look like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's helping athletes a ton.
To that point, and I'll say this, and then we'll let you go. I was driving around this weekend, and you probably were busy all weekend or whatnot. I kept going to look for the episode of the news this weekend.
I know. Sorry.
No, you're good. But I kept going, damn it, the only one on here is Nick's Strength and Power. And now I got to listen to him because I missed the stream. So instead of listening to my boys, I got to listen to him. And no shot against him, but it's like almost like the Kroger version of what I'm looking for.
I went on like a fucking 8-hour ride yesterday, so I was fucking gone all day.
You
so
deserve a life. You deserve a life too. But no, we appreciate you doing that. Thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll be talking soon.
Okay, guys.
Peace.
Thank you very much.